is on your side. You hear the distant thunder.
Wow.
There's lightning in your stride.
All right, we're getting everybody situated. It's a big Thursday on the Power Trip Morning Show. Seats are being swapped. Microphones traded. People connected to England. There's a lot going on. But John Creasel's here. Good morning,
up?
John Creasel.
Good morning.
John, Paul, John. John, Zach, John. John, Mark, Carr. Chris. John,
Yes,
John,
sir.
Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hi, guys. What's up, fellers?
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning to you. It is lovely 11:31 in the morning over here. As you guys just opened your pretty eyeballs, I've been up, got a workout in, walked through a graveyard, talked over some movies, did some fun stuff. Rode over here with Ben Lieber, heard about what it's like to sit in a Roman bath, and all kinds of great stuff this morning. I'm halfway through my day.
Did you say talk over some movies?
Yeah, we talked over the new Leo DiCaprio movie, which I took a 40-minute Uber ride to see yesterday.
And it was worth it?
My God, it's good.
Yeah.
I really loved it, man.
Which one is that called again?
It's called One Thing After Another.
One battle after another.
One battle after another. That's it. That's right. I'm thinking about my life. Either one actually works for my life, actually, now that I think about it. But no, I just I was glad that I took the ride that I did to go see it. It was quite good. I really enjoyed it. It's yeah, I don't want to blow it, because one of the things I've been making sure I do lately, and I think Creasel, you and I may have talked about this kind of thing before, I try not to know a thing about a movie before I go see it, especially if it's getting good ratings. Like the movie about the scary movie that came out not long ago.
Weapons.
Yeah, Weapons. I didn't know anything about it when I went, and it turned out that I loved it so much more because of that. So I'm trying to do that more often, and that's how it was going into this movie. I freaking loved it. So it was well worth an Uber ride to a town I wasn't sure I'd ever get back from.
Well, speaking of that, John, based on your social media yesterday, you had not heard the news in the last 48 hours that somebody had won $1 million on Wheel of Fortune, because you were reacting as if you had not heard yet.
That's right. Yeah.
Pretty fun, right?
It was wild, yeah. My wife's flight got delayed from Amsterdam, and so Chloe was devastated because she wasn't going to see her before bedtime.
Aww.
So we did, all right, we're going to make spaghetti because she wanted spaghetti. We're going to have ice cream and watch the Wheel of Fortune.
God, can you be my dad?
I'll be your daddy.
Man,
minus the spaghetti part.
Well, spaghetti without the spaghetti sauce, but buttered noodles, spaghetti, ice cream, and wheel, that's essentially my entire life.
Yeah.
Can I move in?
Of course.
Will you butter his noodles, please?
Yeah,
We have
butter
enough
them now.
bedrooms. And then right off the bat, Chloe goes, I like that girl. I'm picking her to win. And the gal was pretty, blonde. And so I was like,
Okay.
all right,
Chris
here we
picked
go,
her
Chloe.
too.
And little did I, she was doing great. And I'm like, oh, she's probably going to win this thing. That's the last thing I expected, of course. It's, 3 other times it's happened?
Yeah, something like that.
And never when I was watching. This was a day later. But holy smokes.
Man.
I'm just glad that we didn't start watching. Because if it was close to 6:30, we would have just watched yesterday's. And now I saved 10 of them. But eventually it would have got washed away.
Hey, you know the final wheel where they spin the wheel to see which envelope they land on?
Yep.
How many spots are on that wheel? 20-something maybe?
Because it's America's
30
game.
maybe?
And it's there's an ampersand. So what is it? It's something and America's game, or?
So I think it's got to be 20-ish. Maybe a little bit more than that. 25-ish, 25. I'm just thinking, like, you have to win the game. You have to land on the $1 million wedge in the game. Then you have to win the game, and then you have to
not
hit a bankrupt, which happened last night, by the way. Spoiler: somebody had it and then bankrupt like a round or so later.
Oh.
But then you have to have it land on the envelope in the final round, which is if it's 20 of them, we're talking of 20-ish. We're talking 4 or 5% chance to landing on it. Everything has to go your way. You got to get super lucky.
And
so cool
to see her. I was shocked. I was completely shocked. And Chloe's like, the Wheel of Fortune final round wheel features 24 spaces.
24.
And 24. Chloe's like,
24.
oh my God, that's a lot of money, but I want to be under that confetti. That looks so fun. And I'm like, but $1 million.
You want the money, you can buy all the confetti you want.
100%.
Man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The
that
freaking
was
wheel.
Cool to see.
Yeah, man.
It's been long overdue. Similar to the initials game jackpot.
Yeah, we're over 100K. Somebody's got to win this thing. Maybe
It's-
Chloe should just point to somebody.
She should.
I mean,
Yeah.
for God's sakes. I didn't see the clip yet. I've just heard it and read about it. How did Seacrest do in a moment like that compared to Sajak?
He did great.
He's fine.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he immediately gave her a hug because she wanted a hug but didn't know if that was okay, and then just hugged. And then Vanna came over and got a hug, and he was like, "You're my first $1 million." But
He had an
let's be
obvious
honest,
erection.
he was hard as a rock.
It was obvious.
Obviously,
like
he did.
a
It was
rock.
incredible.
The
I mean, I
funny
was
thing-
impressed.
The confetti hid most of it.
Yeah, correct.
But you think about it, it's cool, and they get it. But $1 million to Seacrest is not a ton of money. I was thinking about that aspect of it, going, "This is awesome for the contestant, but to win $1 million for him, of course he'd take it."
Yeah, if you see that, Rich, though, I should actually email him. He's one of my teammates
You
here at
should.
iHeart. I
Yes,
should email him
he
and
really
see how
is.
he's doing.
Wish him luck too.
Yeah, wish him luck.
I don't know if you can.
Of course he can.
Are you kidding?
We're teammates of his. We're
Well,
coworkers.
you
We're,
guys
we're
support him.
equals.
Just hit global email and send it to everybody. It'll get to him. I mean,
Yeah.
we have access to every person. That's worked out well for a lot of our coworkers.
This is Ryan Seacrest's reported annual salary is around $75 million, though this
No.
includes his various ventures and not a single paycheck. He earns approximately $28 million per year to host Wheel of Fortune, and a reported $12 million per season for American Idol. Wait, is he still American Idol guy?
Yeah, I think so.
And
What
I
does
think
he make? And then radio shows
gets
reported
gift
to make
cards.
$15
Yeah, he gets
million
gift cards.
annually.
In
15
gift
million.
cards?
Must be, yeah.
Man, do they
Fun.
match his 401k?
I hope so. I hope he has that. I hope he's going to be okay. I'm glad
Anyway,
we're all
that
supporting
was a
him.
great movie, huh, Chris?
It was a really, really good movie. Yes.
Man, I want to
absolutely.
see that.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, man. There are a couple of things during the film where, like, I was momentarily I was like, this is really well done. And it's not like I got distracted from the movie, but there's a chase scene. I won't give anything away, but there's a chase scene where I don't even know how they did the camera work that they did, but it was so awesome. And I just momentarily, I was like, I'm seeing something I've never seen before. But as one of I don't want to say his name because I didn't get his permission. But one of the guys who works for the Vikings was telling me it seemed like he took inspiration from like 3 different directors, like Tarantino. There were moments you felt like you were watching Sicario. There were moments you felt like you were watching like Burn After Reading. It was paying homage to a lot of different films. But Leo DiCaprio is so great. I mean. And there's Benicio del Toro is in this film, but in a different way that I've ever seen him before. And I desperately want to know more about his character. That's how good the film is. Like, there's an ancillary character that I want to see an entire film about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, build the universe out a little bit.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson, he doesn't. I thought he'd made more movies than this. It's a pretty short list, but here's the movies he's directed.
Okay.
Hard 8, I don't remember that, from 1996.
Do you remember it from last night?
Well, but honestly,
I saw it 3 times.
speaking of Hard 8, the next year he kind of broke through because 1997 was Boogie Nights. That was a huge deal. Magnolia in 1999. Punch Drunk Love with Sandler.
Great movie.
In 2002. There Will Be Blood in 2007.
Outstanding. One of
Unbelievable.
the best movies of all
Yep.
time.
Then The Master in 2012. Inherent Vice 2014. Phantom Thread with Daniel Day-Lewis again in 2017. Licorice Pizza 2021. One Battle After Another 2025. So he only makes a movie every like 3 or 4 or 5 years.
High hit rate, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had Master and Commander on my iPad for like a year, and I've not
really?
watched it. Have
Oh,
you guys
no,
seen
this
it yet?
is
That's
the-
Philip Seymour Hoffman, right?
Yeah, this is The Master, though, you're talking
The
about.
Master. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Master and Commander is the Russell Crowe like ship movie. This is
Oh,
the
okay.
Master though with Philip Seymour Hoffman though. You
Okay,
were
I got
correct.
them mixed up then. Okay, I've not seen that.
I think this is the one that's about Scientology, is it not? I never saw the Master. I believe it's the L. Ron Hubbard bit.
It's about Scientology, and you didn't see it. Are you?
Yeah.
Come on.
I know.
Yeah.
Yours has 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that that's the gospel. It has a poor rating for Bad Thoughts, which is outstanding. I do feel like Rotten Tomatoes gets a little snobby some of these reviewers.
But
take
when it's
themselves too
universal
serious.
like that, that's normally a good sign.
Correct. Yep.
And Sauce,
Yep.
you might be on his Wikipedia page right now.
Yeah.
But do you know who Paul Thomas Anderson is with for like the last quarter of a century? I don't know if they're married or if they're just together. I don't know if it's a Goldie Hawn situation.
I just X'd out of
Yeah,
it.
this just says partner, so I don't believe they're
Sarah
married.
Michelle
Not a bad guess.
Is it?
Gellar. Jennifer Love Huge Moves.
Yeah, is it
Nope.
Jennifer
Oh,
Love?
those things are cannons.
Yeah, they are cannons. They're huge.
Jesus. This is an SNL alumni.
Oh,
Alumnus?
is it
Alumnus? Alumni? Which one is it?
Is it Kristen Wiig?
Incorrect. Maya Rudolph, your favorite.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I love her.
I do too.
And she's she's related to somebody famous, right?
Yeah, the reindeer.
Oh, brilliant.
Rudolph?
No, Dontarius Thomas.
Oh, how do you remember that?
That was a sweet ass nickname.
Yeah.
It is a great nickname. It really, really is.
Man, I haven't said that name in a long time.
Yeah. How do you remember that?
I don't know.
He played
though.
like 2 years for the Vikings.
Yeah, and for a while he looked like he was going to be really good.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Really good.
Forgot all about him.
Chris, you did your Survivor pick, right?
I did. Thank you
Okay.
very much. In
Yep,
fact,
yep.
you know what I did, Chris? I did mine for every game the rest of the season in case I forget.
Just in case.
Yep.
Yep.
Right on.
I know we have what almost 2 hours, right? 2+ hours. I'm still thinking about switching because the Niners have no one tonight. They are decimated.
Yeah, it's over.
Hey.
Yeah.
So
are the
I think good point. I think the Sports Center said something like that game. The Niners at the Rams opened up as the Rams with a 3.5 point favorite. As of this broadcast, it was 8.5. I haven't checked DraftKings. It's just, the Rams are a giant favorite.
Yeah.
They were saying this is the biggest dog the Niners have been in 5 years.
Yeah, it's still 8.5.
Man.
Yeah,
That's huge.
No Purdy, no Juwan Jennings, no Ricky Pearsall. And, of course, no Kittle. He's on the IR. So you just look at who the hell is Mac Jones going to throw to if Christian McCaffrey doesn't do something.
And Puka Nacua is on an all-time heater.
Yeah, so I don't know. How about that guy quit? Did you see that?
Somebody
Yeah, he
quit?
did.
So,
Yeah, I got the story right here if you want.
yeah, Xavier Howard. Go ahead, break it down. From
Oh,
the
yeah,
Colts.
the guy.
I was reading.
He played
Just
for
quit.
the Dolphins, right?
Used
For a
to,
while.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he got smoked by Puka, and he's like, yeah, God's telling me that my career should be done. That's like
exactly right.
almost literally
Didn't
what
the
he
last
said.
guy that quit play for the Colts? The guy that quit like mid-game?
Yeah, at halftime.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he did.
Remember, the Colts secondary is calling it a career just 4 games into the season. Indianapolis quarterback Xavier Howard has abruptly announced his retirement 1 month into the 2025 campaign. The 4-time Pro Bowler signed with the Colts in August after 1 year away from football. The 33-year-old said in a social media post that he is no longer willing to put football before his family, just days after a disappointing performance against the Los Angeles Rams and star wideout Puka Nacua. Howard started 103 games during his career and led the league in interceptions, but got burnt so bad he has to go to the burn unit.
Oh,
Jeez. Oh, yeah, and don't forget about Nick Bosa's knee injury also,
yeah,
too.
he's out.
Just
as well.
decimated. They got no one.
They're decimated. But the Rams are good, and there's
Yep.
some options down the road, so that's
Yeah.
where.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Mac Jones is going to make his third start at quarterback with starter Brock Purdy set to miss a game due to a lingering toe injury. San Francisco will be without wide receivers Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, and Jordan Watkins for the matchup. It's basically the NFL's a mash unit at this point,
Yep.
especially your Vikings.
Yeah, but how about the
Purdy
thing that
didn't look
popped
good
up
last week either.
yesterday
You could see it.
on the injury report from the Browns is Myles Garrett didn't practice.
I know. that might be a rest thing, though. I have
Yeah.
no
It was
idea, man.
not.
It's
It
such
was
a
an
weird-
ankle injury. It
Was
wasn't
it really?
like
They could say that,
Yeah, but
and
it-
just
But
he's-
Stefanski said it's questionable.
Yeah.
I think his official status, at least according to ESPN.com, is they're saying it's questionable.
But you don't
'cause
have
he's
to
day-to-day.
put anything on there, or
Right.
you get
Yeah,
fined.
but you
There's
can
been
write rest day. Like a lot of
Like
these
Darisaw
guys.
yesterday.
Yeah, Darisaw took a rest day. Yeah, it was like a non-injury related, rest day. Yeah.
It was a chance for Darisaw to learn how to not false start in huge parts of the game. I'm not
of
pissed
that-
about the game right now. Still, don't worry about it.
I haven't been called an old son of a bitch yet. Is
You old
Tommy.
son of a
No.
bitch.
No.
No
is
Tommy
Tommy
today.
out with a toe injury? Did he lose a
No.
left nut? Is he reported as questionable? Is he out? What is his
So,
status?
My sources say when he had a
HIV.
slumber party with his brother that so far they have not returned home,
Yeah.
Oh no!
They're
and they
up-
may be headed to the courthouse.
Yeah.
They're on the. They're
Wow.
reading the other side of the menu.
Yeah, they're trying to argue that they should allow brothers to wed.
Don't you Don't you picture it at being like a Peter Pan situation? Like they're off right now in Never Never Land trying to get to that star and just going on till morning and they'll never come home.
Oh, I thought you meant one of them just slathers Peter Pan peanut butter over their crotch and the other one licks it off.
Oh, my God.
I think it's more likely that one of them hits somebody in the Peter with a pan.
Oh, my God.
Just to see if it restarts
Just to see if they still feel anything.
Lord. Jeez.
Am I allowed to say that? Is it fine for me? Okay, good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
All right, good.
I just love that the Olsen family about a decade ago was like, this is so nice. Tommy gets to be on the radio. Now, 10 years later, they're like, the worst thing that ever happened to our family is him opening his mouth for a decade.
And how, like, every other week he'll get a text from a parent, like, enough.
Stop. That's
Yeah.
enough, Tommy.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys, just so you know, just a little preview for the day. Ben Lieber will be joining me, and he did go to Stonehenge.
Oh, sweet.
And he did go to a Roman bath.
Ooh.
And he
Calm
did
down,
stay at
Zach.
a bed and breakfast in the town of, what was the town, Jared? You remember? Maybe Bath. I don't know. Anyway, so he's got lots of stories, and I'm putting an effort in to get Sarah Walsh from the NFL Network, who's going to be doing sideline reporting for us on the show for us at some point before I leave the show today. So lots to try to get to today.
Very cool. And I assume Tom Pelissero at 8:20.
That's exactly right, yes.
What's the deal with Flash? You normally coordinate a little bit with that. Is Flash on today as well or
I have not heard from him, so I would assume that 100, yes, he will be in.
All right, so we got lots to talk about between now and 9 o'clock. And, of course, Johnny K's here, John Kriesel. Sauce, hell of a first segment. Well done.
Yeah, thanks to my amazing friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Never clean your gutters again, like Parrish, my dad, and myself.
Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
Most guys I know would rather have a root canal than shop for a diamond. Guys don't generally grow up paying a lot of attention to diamonds, so when it's time to make that purchase, they're afraid of making a big, costly mistake. They just don't know diamonds. Fortunately for them, there's Wedding Day Diamonds. What makes Wedding Day different is that I'm the diamond buyer, the only diamond buyer, and I do know diamonds. So every diamond you'll see at Wedding Day was painstakingly selected by me, knowing that my reputation rests on every stone. And the final test, would I be proud to have my wife Julia wear this diamond? Which means that every diamond you'll be shown at Wedding Day has been so carefully pre-selected, you could actually pick out your own diamond blindfolded and not make a mistake. Seriously, I don't recommend it, but you could. So if you don't know diamonds, really know diamonds, that's okay. That's why there's Wedding Day, where diamonds is our last name. Now open across from Ridgedale Center. Wedding Day Diamonds, 9 locations, including Rochester and St. Cloud.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Listen to the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
The slow-roasted Cantina Chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Twin Cities weather, for those of you looking for fall, it will be back next week. We're going to keep these summery hot 80s around through the weekend. Today, sunshine. We'll get to 87 in the Twin Cities. Tomorrow, sunshine 89. We're talking 90 by Saturday. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Currently, it is 66.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
For Minnesota sports, follow the leader. Minnesota sports leader is FM 100.3 KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Bonus Bucks is back on KFAN. We have 9 chances for you to win $1,000 every weekday. That's every hour from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. To enter the keywords and learn more, and go to KFAN.com. Bonus Bucks is presented by 2 men and a junk truck.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Chris is in England. Johnny K is here. Not going to be here tomorrow, but hey, look, no Tommy. This fit perfectly for us, fit perfectly for you. We'll call it a day. Pretty cool, man.
Hell yeah.
And you said you're still not over that Vikings loss in Ireland?
No, that pissed me off. It was, yeah. It would have been less aggravating had they not made the comeback. And they played like ass and still should have won that game. They should have. And that at the end of the game, I think they're going to go down and score a touchdown. And they had to shoot themselves in the foot so many times. And I was annoyed at the clock management. I love KOC, but I think our guy made a ton of mistakes last week, and they still should have come away with a win. So now this is very much a must-win this weekend, in my opinion.
Yeah, you could argue at 2-2. This is about as close as it gets because the schedule is going to get tough, and you're facing a 1-3 Brown squad that is desperate and switching quarterbacks. But the flip side, of course, is the injury list for the Vikings. It's pretty significant.
Yep.
It's no joke. So we'll see.
And
they're still slight favorites.
When your backups are hurt, then you're in a weird spot.
It's the bye week, as annoying as it can be, how early it is in the season, could not have come at a better time for them.
You are correct.
And so you get out of here 3-2. And then you get your week off, come back against, it gets meaty right after the bye. And so we will quickly see what this team's made of. The Lions are back. The Lions are the best team in the NFC North. So there's no messing around. And if they want to be in the division race at the end, they need to put the pedal down. No, everyone has injuries. No one feels sorry for this team. They can't do it either. So let's go.
So, Chris, you still have 3 days in England before the game. That's got to be kind of trippy. But it seems like you've been there for 3 months.
It does seem like a long trip, and I am not going to complain because this is the trip of a lifetime, and if I don't take advantage of it, it's my own fault. But it is a long time to be gone. I'm not going to lie to you. It feels sort of like being the most pampered prisoner of all time, if you want to know the truth, because we are a long ways away from London. And we're
how far of a ride or drive?
As the bird flies, probably 45 minutes to an hour. As a car drives, about 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that traffic sucks.
Traffic's terrible, and so we're pretty isolated out here. We've got just the best place. In fact, we're at the Overflow Hotel, which is about 10 minutes from the team hotel, and I like it better. It's a little smaller, but it's still a really old estate, and it's just beautiful. And the food is really, really good, and you have access to everything. And they have a van going back and forth to the team hotel where the food is fantastic, and they got people making exactly what you want for you. And there's everything that you could possibly want, except access to things to do. So I've been trying to get myself to slow down. I've been taking the time to write a little bit. I've been doing other things, but I also feel like I'm in England. I don't want to waste my opportunity to go see things I'm never getting a chance to see. So
sure.
Andy's going to be here at 2 local time, and we're going to try to get out and do some fun things. He's going to show me around a little bit. We're going to maybe try to go into London tomorrow night to go to a heavy metal bar called The World's End that he likes a lot. So I'm going to try to do things, but I'm also doing myself a favor and trying to slow down a little bit. I think that's kind of the difference between living here and living at home is people don't move very quickly here. They take their time and get things done and spend time with each other and talk, and that's kind of foreign to us.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the bar that's based on that movie?
I don't know why it's the same name. I know it is the same name. I don't know if it has anything to do with it or not. But
like
it
the
is
zombie bit?
Yeah, exactly. It literally is a heavy metal bar, though. You walk in and Pantera's playing as loud as you can possibly get. And,
that sounds perfect for
It's
you.
really cool. Hey, speaking of that, by the way, I do want to mention, and you guys probably remember him. I'm sure you saw it. And I know, Corey, you and I have talked about it before, but rest in peace to Conrad, who was the backstage director of First Avenue, somebody who had been a member of the rock and roll community since, before time began and before I began my time here. But Conrad was his name. If you were ever at First Avenue and you saw a gentleman with long dreadlocks in the backstage area, that was him. It was basically his place. If you were at First Avenue and you were playing there or you were seeing a band you loved, you saw Conrad, and he passed away. And the music community in Minneapolis is mourning him today.
Yeah. Saw a lot of love for him on social media.
Yeah.
Do you remember him at all, guys?
I don't know.
I've never been to First Ave.
He was a fixture, man. I tell you, he was very intimidating, and but when you got to know him, he was just a sweetheart of a guy, and he'd seen and been a part of everything that ever happened there. Can you imagine the things he saw?
Oh, I bet.
I can't even imagine. And he was a listener too. The last time I was there to see, I forget the name of the band that I saw there, but I went there by myself just on a whim, and I saw him backstage, and he said hi to me and said that he liked the show. So that was the last time I got a chance to see him, and he was just a sweetheart of a guy.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. Good dude, man. That's
First
a rock and
Ave's
roll life right there.
outstanding. Yeah.
It really is. I love that place.
Yeah.
Chris, you've never been there.
I've never been
Dude,
there.
you got to change that. It's an institution.
I know.
It's so good.
Every time I've been close, something else has come up, and yeah.
We got to find a show for you.
Yeah, I don't want to be told to stand up.
Well, then don't go to 30 Seconds to Mars.
I did
He'll
that
yell
not
at
long
you.
ago, by the way. Did you hear
yeah.
that on the show there?
What's
Chris?
that?
We were at Treasure Island, and I was trying to get a gentleman to stand up so I could see him, and of course he could not stand up. So I had my moment. Corey hates me forever.
We all call that the George W. Bush. I think
Exactly.
I think he did that at like a wounded veteran thing, and he's like, stand up if you could, or whatever, and then it was like,
Yeah.
oh
Come on,
my
buddy.
God, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Corey was like, no, forget about it. You're fine.
Yep. I was like, no, Corey, make him stand up.
Freaking Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared
wow, this
Leto,
new
man.
Tron movie looks great.
It really
That was my
does
meat
not.
sauce impression.
Yeah.
God, it looks terrible.
Hey,
It
Hawk,
does.
have you started the show Task?
I don't even know what it is. No.
10 out of 10.
It's a 10 out of 10. The show Corey's talked about.
It's on HBO. It's fantastic.
I have not heard about it.
Bad thoughts, Chris. Bad thoughts, bad thoughts, bad thoughts. I know you've got time on the flight back. I'm telling you, and they're 20 minutes an episode. If you hate it, then I owe you. But it is, I believe you're going to love it because it's your type of sense of humor.
Everything you've told us about Bad Thoughts, Task is the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite.
It's very serious, very heavy, but just unbelievably well written.
It's a perfect show. It's
awesome.
so good.
Yep, they're through 4 episodes.
Yep.
They have like 3 or 4 left. I don't know if it's 7 or 8, but it's something like that. And
what service is it on?
It's on HBO Sunday nights, and again they're halfway through it, but it's fantastic.
So good.
Fantastic.
All right, front page sports is next. Lots to get to. Again, Chris is live in England. John Creasel is here. This is a Thursday morning on the Power 2 Morning Show on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
Good morning. There's overnight construction, Highway 212 in both directions between Eden Prairie and Highway 5 until 6 a.m. Highway 5 with construction both ways between Highway 212 and 494 till 6 a.m. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by CenterPoint Energy. CenterPoint Energy helps you save energy and reduce costs at home. Find rebates and programs to improve energy efficiency in your home. Learn more at CenterPointEnergy.com. Again, that's CenterPointEnergy.com.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here for my friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. They've partnered with Helmet for Heroes. We at Gutter Helmet of Minnesota want to give back to an extraordinary veteran that has been willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for our country to provide us with the freedoms that this great country offers. As a thank you for your service, we will be installing a gutter helmet system for one selected patriot this upcoming Veterans Day. All you got to do is go to GutterHelmetMN.com/helmetforheroes. You can enter until October 4th, thanks to GutterHelmetMN.com.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit, and today I'm eating Raising Cane's.
I want a solid bench of 4 chicken fingers, crinkle-cut fries with Texas toast. Now back to you, Todd.
So the usual.
Make Raising Cane's part of your game day lineup.
Standard Water is the standard for basement and exterior waterproofing and foundation repair. Wet basements, cracks in walls, bowing walls, settling foundations. Standard Water does it all since 1977. Free estimates start at standardwater.com. Standardwater.com.
When America's favorite beaches are right in your backyard, you don't have to go far to feel a world away. So, kick off fall with a getaway to St. Pete Clearwater. Here, you'll find just what you're looking for, and then some. And you can save big at more than 50 restaurants, attractions, and more with the free digital Funshine Savings Passport. The perfect escape is closer and easier than you think. Get the best fall deals and book your stay at beachesoftampabay.com.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. Let me tell you about my amazing friends at You Pull Our Parts and YouPullOurParts.com. Did you know they buy your cars and they will pick them up and they will pay you cash? Take all that hassle out by simply contacting my friends at YouPullOurParts.com. They'll pick your car up. They will recycle it, soups to nuts, fluids, parts, and metals. They recycle, and they'll give you the extra cash that you need. It's quite simple. Go to YouPullOurParts.com right now. Contact them. You can even drop it off. They are amazing. I love my friends at YouPullOurParts.com.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
5 years, no interest, or save 20% off any roofing project. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Fan forecast.
High of 86 today, sunny skies above, dropping down to 66 tonight.
My name is Arnold Bogarty, and prior to me enrolling in Rasmussen to become a nurse, I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus. The facilities were amazing.
Rasmussen University. Are you ready to be your own hero? Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
From the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios, this is the Power Trip on FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Black Parade marches into Minnesota. My Chemical Romance is back, and it's going to be loud, it's going to be emotional, and absolutely unforgettable at Target Field on August 24th. Tickets are on sale now. Get all the details at KFAN.com. Just make the keyword calendar.
All right, welcome back to the Power True Morning Show. Let's do front page sports. Lots to get to, especially Vikings and Browns related, because we're just a couple of days away from the second international game of the Viking season.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, you can buy more, save more when it comes to Mountain Dew. 3 for $6. Mix and match any flavors you want on Mountain Dew, those 20 ounces. The trolley flavor is there, the new trolley flavored Mountain Dew. But if you like Diet Mountain Dew, if you like regular Mountain Dew, I think you guys understand what varieties mean.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get whatever you want. Mix and match whatever you want at Holiday. Thanks, Holiday.
Thank you, Holiday. I wish you were here, Holiday. I could buy deodorant that actually works.
Uh-oh. Did you forget your deodorant?
Yeah, and I bought some at a little store here, and it was a brand I didn't recognize, and obviously it wasn't deodorant, I don't think.
Is it lady deodorant?
Obviously, I like to smell pretty.
I don't think I've ever purchased deodorant at a gas station before. That's an interesting thing. I mean, I'm sure it's available. I've just never done that.
Well, you never lived.
Yeah.
I have after a situation that
I'm sure. Well, Chris is also, you've been on the road.
Pack
right?
of magnums and
bands have to do that.
Can I tell you?
Yes.
So Pete goes to the restroom at this restaurant we were at, and he comes back and he sits down and he looks at me and he goes, I don't think I've ever seen a machine where you can buy a vibrating C-ring.
Jesus.
And you could. A vibrating C-ring.
There's a
strong
claw
enough for a
machine.
man, made for a woman.
There's a claw machine in Deadwood, Chris. Downstairs at Dirty Nellie's, which
Really?
is perfect. It's named after Tim Nelson.
Yeah.
And so you can, we won a couple Didos, some other stuff. It's just a big variety.
By we, I hope you're not letting Chloe run the claw
No,
machine.
she was with Grandpa.
Yeah.
She was at the pool with Grandpa. No, and then we went, the bartender didn't think I was funny, though. I walked up with the Dido and asked if she had any AA batteries.
Oh, my God.
I love it. We got to talk these guys into going to Deadwood. We've got to, please.
We got to take that town over with listeners. It would be awesome. There's always listeners out there when we go. So anyway, that machine, Chris, where was it?
It was in a bathroom at the restaurant we ate in a tiny town about 3 mile walk from where I'm sitting right now. And I went in there to check it out. I didn't have enough coins. I would have bought one just to say I bought one. But yes, it was, you know how like their prophylactic machines. You could get one of those too. But this had vibrating C-rings available just for a few coins.
Adorable.
Did you buy
That's what I thought. Yeah.
No, I just said that
I didn't have the coins.
Oh.
Yeah. He got distracted, John. Don't worry.
Yeah, sorry.
The Minnesota Vikings are in London to face the Cleveland Browns, 8:30 a.m. Central Time on Sunday, 6:30 pregame with Muss. The Vikings are 2-2. The Browns are 1-3. They are benching Joe Flacco. They are starting rookie Dylan Gabriel. He's 5'11". He's a third-rounder this season. You probably remember him. He's a lefty. He'll be the first quarterback ever to make his starting debut outside of the United States. How about this? This is how inept the Browns offense has been so far in the first 4 games. Jerry Jeudy is their leading receiver in terms of yards. Mm-hmm. What is he averaging per game for yards? He is their leading receiver.
38.
55.
Split the difference. 45.5.
Yikes.
Their top receiver through 4 games is averaging 45.5 yards.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett missed practice yesterday. He's listed as day-to-day, so they're saying he's questionable for Sunday. I don't think that you have to have official questionable or, out or whatever tags for another day or two.
Friday, yeah.
But I think the team was saying that it's questionable just based on its day-to-day. I don't think that was, quote, officially questionable. Not that it matters. We're nitpicking here, but he's day-to-day. We'll see what happens.
Him not playing would be a huge advantage that this offensive line desperately needs. Like we talked about 15 minutes ago, when your injury report has injured backups on it, that means you're in the injury bug situation. They need Myles Garrett to not play.
Hey, if he does play, and let's just assume that he's going to, one name that we haven't mentioned in about a month is C.J. Ham, who was a full participant yesterday. He's off the short-term IR.
He's in the 21-day window for coming back bit.
Fair to say, fair to say he's going to play. My guess is he wouldn't have made the trip if they didn't think he was going to, unless he's just getting reps in like they're trying to get McCarthy into. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a handful of guys over there that made the trip that aren't going to play.
Yeah,
but
very timely.
But he's also a full participant, so I'm going to assume C.J. Ham is locked and loaded for Sunday.
That's very timely.
Yeah, they need that.
Absolutely. Because Sunday, just win ugly, get through it, run the ball. That's such a good defense they're facing.
Yeah. And their offense is terrible, though. You could win. You could win scoring 14 points.
The Vikings' defense has been very underwhelming.
Yeah, but they will
in a couple spots.
They'll suffocate that young quarterback.
They should.
Yeah.
They absolutely should. But I think they should have been better last week too. And if they were better, if they could have slowed down the run, they win that game.
I just can't get over how much better Chris's camera is than the rest of ours.
And it
just
phone.
drives me nuts.
Yeah.
It's been like it's all week long. Every time we do the side by side, I'm like, man, Chris's is like in 4K, and John looks like he's in a snuff film.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Well, and I'll tell you guys. We all of us, I would guess, have some old iPhones laying around that no longer work for whatever reason, we replaced them. Let's just bring them in, replace the cameras, hook them up to the Wi-Fi, and use those instead of the cameras they give us. I'm not kidding you. I think that would work. I have 3 old iPhones that probably have better cameras than the one we're using in the studio right now.
I have a lot of burner phones. Don't ask why.
No, I understand. I understand that.
Most of it's drugs.
Yeah.
Hey, Hogs, is that the iPad I sold you like 10 years ago?
It is. It still works. Yeah.
That's
You
good.
wouldn't want to look at it.
Yeah, well, he
he sold it to me. I was this close to saying, what about the money I gave you for the classes?
Yeah, improv.
But I didn't. I didn't.
No,
Yeah,
you're
break
right.
even.
I should have given it to you.
No.
That and the iPad.
You gave me your love. That's all that mattered.
Yeah.
The Vikings injury report looks like this. Darisaw did not practice, but it was just rest-related. They just given him the day off. My guess is he's going to have his hands full on Sunday because that line is beat up. Donovan Jackson is out, but again, we didn't expect him to play until after the bye. Michael Juergens did not practice because of a hamstring. Ryan Kelly did not practice because of the concussion. Of course, McCarthy. Brian O'Neill did not practice because of his knee. Andrew Van Ginkel because of his neck, and Ben Urasek because of his knee as well. So full participants, though, C.J. Ham and Xavier Scott, outside of a knee injury, apparently still a full participant. He looks like he's got something, man. It's hard to tell when a kid like that pops in the preseason. You're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's kind of explosive. He's kind of a nice little change of pace. Yeah. And with Aaron Jones out, it's fun to have Mason have somebody that can actually play behind him.
See what we got.
Yeah, why not?
What is the kid's name that we brought back? He's been here 3 times now?
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers, yeah.
A little birdie told me we may see a little bit of Cam Akers this weekend.
Is that right?
Sweet, yeah.
Hey, you know how Sauce, a handful, maybe was it yesterday? Did you ask PA, are we going to bring in an offensive lineman, or at some point do we have to address that? Did you see that Cam Robinson got traded again to the Browns, right?
To Cleveland, yeah.
Yeah. So,
man.
So how crazy would that have been if we just trade for the Cams over and over and over again? Cam Akers, Cam Robinson. Whenever one of our guys goes down, we just throw a 7th rounder at Cam and get back over here.
Pretty sure they traded for him to play right tackle. Which we would need for a couple of games.
O'Neill's not on the IR. Have they discussed the IR, or is that? Or are we more optimistic?
I believe KOC said that I think they're optimistic.
I think he'll come back for the Philly game.
So
that would be
again perfectly timed bye week.
Yes, correct.
Yes, I agree completely. I believe that's what we're hearing. I think you said it on the money.
They need him. They need him badly, because if he'd been out all year, they would have needed to make a move for somebody like they did last year when Darisaw went out.
Just win this freaking game.
Yeah. I heard some things yesterday that I don't think I should say on here, but our offensive line is going to look completely different than it's ever looked this Sunday. Completely different. Yeah, there's going to be some magical chairs. That's not the right word. What is the musical chairs?
Or magical.
Well, they could be magical. Yeah,
hopefully it's magical.
The other thing I think that made it, and again, I'm just frustrated at the loss. I understand that there is adversity, but that's part of life. That's part of the game. It is exceptionally tough, to your point, Paul, that when backups get hurt, that week of practice with the first team is key. And then middle of the game, that changes, not just one position, but 2 positions. And Donovan Jackson was already out. It will be nice to have this new, Chris, like you said, this new look offensive line actually get reps together before this game.
Which is important, and that is happening as we speak.
Good. Yes. No more injuries, though, please, God.
Right. Yep. Yeah. I love that when I had. And by the way, if you guys want to see what I look like on television, I'll be on with Jim Rich here at the bottom of this hour just for a moment, as he's live right over here. So I'm going to be on TV. It's my big break. It's when I actually get out of this radio business and start doing my true calling, which is pornography. Anyway, when we had Jim on yesterday, and I asked him what he knew about the player we were signing and bringing over, and he said he knew he had a passport. I thought that was the best line ever, and I think that had a lot to do with it, you know? Yeah, he was available to come over and play for us, and that's why he's here. I'm sure he's here somewhere. I haven't seen him yet. I'm just looking for a huge guy from, Watertown? Where's he from? Cold Spring. He's from
Cold Spring,
yeah. So we brought him over, and we'll see if we are forced to play a guy who got here by plane on Tuesday. Then I think we know we got trouble.
Yep. Yeah. But we need the bye.
We do.
All right. So what time? 6:30?
6:30. I'm going on TV with him. Yeah, that's right.
I just flipped it on Channel 9 here. We're gonna monitor the situation. All right. Let's do what really matters when the Power Trip Morning Show returns.
Gang sign you guys or something like that. Something that only
How
you
about
guys
you flash
recognize.
your T-word?
Well, just
peel them out.
Flash an actual gang sign. See if they can give you a call. Maybe.
You want me to get killed?
No, I want you to be initiated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not killed. I want you to be accepted by a group.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay, well.
I'll blow you a kiss, though.
People make choices. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Vikings Browns Sunday morning live from London on the audio home for Vikings football. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan, powered by Hy-Vee.
Score big at Hy-Vee with the Vikings Victory Bundle. For just $30, you receive 4 hamburger patties, 4 boneless pork chops, 4 brats, and 4 chicken breasts. Plus, receive 30-cent fuel saver. Save on meat and fuel at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is your official game day headquarters.
Lock in with your favorite teams with play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can react and join the conversation. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
The slow-roasted Cantina Chicken menu is here to stay, with ingredients like purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. Try it today at a participating U.S. Taco Bell location while supplies last. Contact store for participation, which varies.
Celebrate the football season with Zero Res and get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129 and take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Call 952-ZERO-RES or book online at ZeroResMinnesota.com and take advantage of these huge savings. Zero Res.
The 2026 World Junior Hockey Championship is coming to Minnesota in December.
He scores! Team USA has gone back-to-back!
This isn't just a tournament, it's where hockey history is written by the best young players in the world right in front of your eyes.
The opportunity for it to be in the state of hockey, I think we need to represent the United States how they should be.
Single game tickets are on sale now starting at just $39. Visit WorldJuniors.MN26.com.
Need a panel upgrade? Make Edison Electric your first choice for residential electrical services and take advantage of their panel upgrade special of $250 off. Edison Electric has been serving the Minneapolis and St. Paul area since 2007, leaving every home safer than when they arrived, plugging you into safety, service, and innovation with 5-star service every time. Go to calledison.com for upfront pricing on all residential electrical services in the Twin Cities. That's calledison.com.
Okay, class, why is now the perfect time to upgrade your furnace and AC system?
Because you can save up to $5,000. Or these incentives probably won't be around next year.
Correct, Jason. Here's a gold star.
Wait, how about upgrading now before the dry winter air arrives? I hear Pronto's got you covered with a free humidifier.
Another gold star for Jason.
Come on. Plus, peace of mind with Pronto's full coverage warranty. Get a free humidifier with every new system
at ProntoHeat.com.
Did you know Continental Diamond sells luxury pre-owned timepieces? Renowned brands from around the world, all meticulously refurbished inside and out, and every watch comes with a 1-year warranty. Check out their ever-changing selection at ContinentalDiamond.com or visit them in St. Louis Park. And tell them Paul Allen from The Fan sent you. Continental Diamond is the jewelry store Minnesota adores. It is ContinentalDiamond.com.
The St. Cloud State Huskies have a new place to play.
It's a coin, excuse me, scores!
The CW Twin Cities. 14 games with every power play, slap shot, and goal.
Wow. And a laser of a shot.
The puck drops at the Herb Brooks Hockey Center because we love hockey.
Then they get bingo.
Watch as the Huskies take on St. Thomas Saturday at 7, only on the CW Twin Cities.
Hey, it's Guardsy from Bumper to Bumper. The other day, I'm over at a friend's place. He's pumped to watch football, but his setup, total mess. Lagging, buffering, and switching between apps trying to find the game. He claimed he was a big fan, but I feel like I've been fan-fished. See, if you call yourself a football fan, you gotta have Xfinity. It's the ultimate sports destination. I can find the best games and my favorite teams all in one place. And the way I watch, next level. It's the perfect fan flex. I've got all the action right in my living room, plus Xfinity's best picture and sound with enhanced 4K. So clear, it feels like I'm in the stadium. Sometimes I've got 4 games going at once, because why not? On top of that, I get real-time notifications and live stats right on my TV. It's the best seat in the house every time. Next game day, make sure that big fan isn't a big fail. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Multi-view requires Xfinity 4K capable TV box. Start your engines with Red Bull from Holiday Station Stores. Buy 2, get 1 free on all 8.4-ounce Red Bull. Mix and match your favorite flavors like sugar-free, classic, or special editions. Get 3 for the price of 2, but hurry. It's for a limited time only at Holiday.
Hey, it's Guardsy for one of my favorite places in the world, MSP Airport. You may have heard that MSP Airport has once again been named the best mega airport for traveler satisfaction by J.D. Power. That's 3 out of the last 4 years, MSP is number 1. And with MEA coming up, I've got some great tips for you. I always pre-book my parking. That way I know I have a spot. And get there early because MSP has awesome food and drink options, fun entertainment, even art to take a look at as you relax before your flight. Learn more at mspairport.com. And for J.D. Power 2025 awards information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Chilly nights? Stay warm with Hoffman's $59 furnace tune-up. Comfort starts here.
This is The Fan.
Pack your bags. The Power Trip Morning Show is taking over Las Vegas October 23rd through the 26th. It's live from Tom's Watch Bar with 2 huge football parties and, of course, the live Friday morning broadcast. And the best part, you do Vegas your way. Stay where you want, fly how you want, and party with us in Sin City. Don't miss out. Get all the details at KFAN.com/Vegas.
All right, let's do what really matters because Chris has to be on TV in like 10 minutes with Jim Rich on Channel 9. So let's do scores and stats around the world of sports in between Chris or Hawk or Sauce or Crease. Who knows? Somebody will change your life with something else that has nothing to do with sports. I don't know which one of you is doing it. Who's doing it? Sauce?
Good, man. I got this.
Oh, Chris has got it.
Chris has
Fantastic.
got it. Hell yeah.
Got it.
The Padres beat the Cubs 3-0. That series is now tied at 1.
Man, Manny Machado hit a 2-run home run that almost went out of the stadium. And he also had on like the coolest cleats I've ever seen. They were these like Jordan shoes. They were
He's badass.
outstanding. He's badass.
I love the signs around Coronado says Nato loves Machado.
Yeah, it's the
brilliant.
best. Yeah.
What do you like more, shoes or frogs?
Oh, shoes for sure. Yeah.
What really matters is this.
1 in 5 people say they've had sex at a music festival. 38% of them say it was with a stranger. 53% said they did it with a significant other. Which festival has the most hookups?
Lilith Fair.
Burning Man.
Burning Man, Burning Crank.
Well played.
Corey.
Oh, hey, ask again. Do it again.
Which festival has the most hookups?
Rib Fest in Mankato.
Yeah, Nordo and I got after it.
Yeah, that's why you missed Chris's shows. The two of us were hooking up backstage eating ribs.
I think Ozfest and X-Fest back in the day. That was
I heard somebody yell Lilith Fair. I heard it. Thank you. That's no Burning Man.
You've been to Lilith Fair, right, Hogs?
I never got to go. I wish I had. Some of my favorite artists of all time. I never went.
The lady who sings the dog killing song, right?
Yeah, man.
Which is
Luke
what
Combs.
song? Luke Combs.
Yeah, Luke's an amazing singer. She's beautiful. The Wild are at Chicago tomorrow night. Final preseason game of the 2025 preseason. Luckily, we can get this behind us, right? Kirill's signed. He's healthy. Let's just wrap this thing up. Season opener is a week from tonight at St. Louis. Wow.
I can't quit sniffing my armpits.
Oh, that's awesome.
Did they stink?
Yeah, it's terrible. You never noticed
Do it
that?
on
Like
camera.
it
Let's see it.
How's the greenhouse today? Like, is it hot in there or not?
It's in between. Yesterday was cold. The day before was way too hot. Today the sun is shining on me, and it feels perfect in here. They're taking great care of us. And I have my coconut water with turmeric, which is really good. Really love my coconut water.
Interesting.
One of the fun things about, one of the million fun things about doing these trips with Vikings is they have all these great things for the players, like protein bars and energy drinks and coconut waters. And so I try them all just to see which ones I like. And these little honey stingers, caffeinated chewables, they don't have very much caffeine, but it's clean caffeine. I love them. They're delicious. They're like eating gummy bears, only with caffeine in them. And the coconut water that is from Long Beach, California, that they bring with them is freaking awesome. It's C2O coconut water. This one's got ginger, lime, and turmeric in it. I like the one with mango in it a little bit better, but they're delicious. So there you go.
Coconut water in Vegas in the little gift shops is a game changer at
It'll
times.
save your life.
Oh, yeah.
It'll save your life.
But what really matters is this.
Winnie the Pooh leads the ranking of famous bear characters.
He's followed by Baloo.
He's followed by Baloo.
And Yogi Bear came in third.
third.
Sorry, Zach.
Sorry, Zach.
Oh,
I think of better bears. What's a bear that we're forgetting? Animated bear.
Mm-hmm.
Bernstein.
No, they suck.
No, they're
There's
great.
too many of them.
Are they
They're
bears?
great.
I guess they are. They're the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely bears.
Yeah, they're definitely. Yep. The whole universe is bears.
I'm sorry. The sun's baking my brain.
The coconut water's kicking in.
Coconut water.
Yeah. The Stingers.
The Guardians beat the Tigers 6-1. That series is also tied at 1. Until I saw that the Dodgers were moving on, I forgot this was best of 3.
Yeah.
That's for baseball. That feels weird to win 2 games in advance, but the Dodgers did that. But the Guardians and Padres evened up their series at 1. What really matters is this. By the way, separately, they're not tied at 1-1. The Padres made their series with the Cubs tied at 1, and the Guardians and Tigers are tied at 1.
Well, that's good.
Just to clarify. What really matters, though, is this. Go ahead.
This is something that will require more investigation. But a list of wild wellness hacks shared by celebrities includes the following. Tom Brady drinks lots of water to prevent sunburn. Beyonce does a no solid food diet to lose weight. And the lovely and talented Gwyneth Paltrow inserts jade eggs into her lady bits to increase muscle tone.
What? Who does that?
Yeah,
Gwyneth
she does all that
Paltrow?
weird stuff because Goop.
Whoa.
That's the website.
Oh,
yeah, that is the reaction.
Yeah. Oh.
And I remember when
We have cause and effect.
Speaking of reactions, I remember when she first announced that plan about the jade egg, that the reaction of the Twin Cities was, just that guy.
Rosie. Didn't Hawk buy one of her vagina candles?
I thought Carly did.
Her company Goop was fined $145,000 in 2018 for making false advertising claims about vaginal eggs and other wellness products, as the claims lacked scientific backing.
Oh.
The products made of jade and rose quartz were advertised as balancing hormones, regulating periods, and increasing bladder control, but prosecutors allege these claims were false and unsubstantiated. Unsubstantiated.
Sauce.
Yeah?
If I buy a jade egg.
Yeah.
Will you keister it?
How much?
To keister it? For how long?
Whatever my liking is.
Then you can turn around and fire it at him like a T-shirt gun.
Yeah.
Till he's finished.
Until I'm finished sketching you. I want to draw you.
Are you asking me because the guy that's normally here on Thursday would do it for free?
He'd pay me.
Yeah, correct.
Can I ask the obvious question? Isn't there danger you can't fish those sumbitches back out of there?
I would think so. I think
would think so,
I would
too.
think then some doctor has to suction cup it out of there.
Yeah, I would guess, yeah.
Doctor?
It depends on how muscular it is, I suppose. If that thing was beaten up, then it might be stuck in there.
The WNBA finals start tomorrow night in Las Vegas. We should probably go cover that.
Yeah, we should.
The links aren't in it, but I mean, it is Phoenix versus Vegas for all the marbles. Why are we not in Vegas
why are we
covering
not
that?
going?
I mean, I'm not going to the games, but I still want to
What
get
are
the
we
vibe.
doing with those marbles?
Ooh.
Sauce,
We're
how much?
selling them.
How much? A giant marble.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not
I'm
putting...
going to pay you.
That doesn't matter. It's not worth the money
I'll
to put
pay
in
you.
my...
As long as you pay
bung.
for my canvas that I'm painting you on.
What?
What really matters is this.
All right, I'm going to tell you one that I thought I probably shouldn't tell you, but I'm going to anyway. One of the wellness hacks comes from Kourtney Kardashian. Her doctor told her that drinking that stuff 4 times a week would help her with her fertility.
Do you have any idea how much Kourtney Kardashian's significant other paid that doctor to say that?
Man. Right. Octomom must have drank a ton of it.
And Tommy Olsen's pregnant.
Wow. Brilliant.
Getting out of that hole and then eventually going into to score.
Rosie, relax.
Mark.
Please.
Mark, please.
Oh, my gosh.
Freaking Rosie.
Tommy, we need to talk.
Yeah,
it's not going to work.
Are we allowed to simulcast your appearance on
we
Channel
are.
9? We're just going to, let's simulcast it.
Yeah, we should do that.
Let's
I gotta
time
get
this
over
out.
there.
When do you have to get over there?
Right now.
All right, why don't you get over there now?
I want to look pretty. I
We'll-
don't smell good.
We'll just bob and weave until we see you on TV. Then we'll pull up the audio and listen to see how well you crush it overseas on TV with Jim
That
Rich.
sounds great. I'm going to turn this down
All right.
and I'm going to walk over there.
All right, there he goes. Simulcast. Let's see. Our cameras are the worst. Chris's camera is the second best, and then Channel 9's is going to be off the charts. So we just keep. It's like the evolution scale.
So I have a question for you guys. Have you brought this up directly to the corner office, or do you guys just talk about it on
both?
Beyond.
Both. Yep, both.
No,
and
I'm not
beyond.
even here.
True.
Yeah. No, not even far beyond.
Yeah, and that hasn't helped either. That's Flash, by the way.
Brought up the numbers and everything else.
We'll have to tell Flash to hold on because we got to get this thing simulcasted. There, hang on a second here. And
Just have him join. Oh,
and the phone doesn't work. Okay, whatever. I'll just text him.
He can just join via phone.
You could
from the lobby.
Is he in the lobby?
Yeah. I'll send someone soon. Cool. All right. So how's it going, guys?
It's going great. You know what's worse than our cameras here, Core? The coffee. It's terrible.
It's not good.
It's not great.
It's not good.
It's not a good.
As Paul's over here just butt funneling it.
I wouldn't do that to the coffee.
Oh my God.
Well played.
You know, you just mentioned how often do we complain about cameras. I think we complain about the coffee just as often.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Like, Bill Guerin. Bill Guerin walked in last Friday, and he's like, I go, do you need anything? During the break, and he's like, a cup of coffee would be awesome. I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
Best of luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck.
Wouldn't do that to you, Mr. Guerin.
He seems like a
prison
guy's guy. He would,
he
he
was
was
the
fine
best.
with it.
He was outstanding.
I still need to rewatch that Initials because I have not.
He was super funny.
He was great.
Yeah. Called Marnie borderline arrogant.
Yeah.
Sarcastically, but it was still awesome.
Yeah. She needs to get rough talked here and there.
Yeah. He also thinks Paul's a savant.
Yeah, he does.
All right. I think they're about to throw to Chris because here's Tom Butler. Remember our friend Tom Butler?
Oh,
We used to be on with him all the time. I think he does like Butler's business now. He does business news.
We got to do weather on the 9s first. Oh, wait, no, it's on the 1s.
What?
It's not even close to the 9s.
I think Hawk did the 1s in Denver.
Hawk loves
How
the
good?
ones.
How good do our weather people have it? Look, Keith Marler's just glowing because the forecast is fantastic.
Yeah, it's like San Diego, except hot.
Yep, 67 right now.
And
It's
they
supposed to be,
have
what, 80 something?
How about next week?
They
It's
have
gonna
a
be in-
baseball team that spends money too.
Yeah.
We Hawk has his phone like away from, but you can actually see him and Jim getting ready to go.
Yep, see that? Yeah. There's Jim Rich.
Cottage Grove is the coolest in the metro right now. It's 63 degrees.
Oh, lucky you.
We
Yeah.
gotta warm up here.
It looks like the picture that it's gone now. But the picture on KFAN.com/watch of Jim and Hawk looked like they were about to kiss.
Maybe
because
they
it
did.
froze right when they were looking at each other.
It was actually, there was some tension there.
Yeah.
Are you just reading Tommy's teleprompter?
He gets a teleprompter?
That's about exactly what he would have said.
Are
they going to French?
Yeah.
It keeps freezing at very interesting times.
like
It
that
really
one.
does, yep.
It looks like maybe, is that Jim talking to the camera here?
How do you guys feel like we're doing on tap dancing?
I think we're doing great.
I mean, we're
Decent.
talking.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't
do you
think it's
remember Kyle
interesting.
Hinton?
Well, no. Well, hey, no, yeah, the name, no. But the name sounds familiar. Man, so many inside jokes.
So many.
We just can't stop.
No. I wish there were more episodes of Task. I love that show.
3 more to go.
Oh,
my
it's so
gosh.
good.
They bumped him down to the fourth segment of the C block.
Now it's after the government
What does that
shutdown.
mean?
What's more important, the government shutting down or the Vikings and Browns? Let's go.
The
Come on,
government
Channel 9.
shutting down?
Yeah, the government
You're
shut
fine.
down.
You live in Edina.
Yeah. I
Try
just call
living in
John if I
Edina.
need anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just have
John
hot ass Randy
explains.
come over.
What I love when I get a text from Paul, he's like, "Explain this to me like I'm 5."
And you do, because you're my buddy. No votes. For what? What are we voting on?
On the continuing
give me some of that.
resolution to fund the U.S. government.
I want some of that money.
Look at all that printing money.
Oh, that's like when we go to
Do
the
they do-
casino.
Do they do tours
Vegas.
of like the money printing place?
What? You
The
would go
Mint?
to that, wouldn't you?
I absolutely would.
I
Watch
would
it get-
not. That sounds boring.
Watch money getting printed.
Printing? Hawk froze again. Printing?
It's tough, man. Again, it's sometimes when you travel, you want to get a piece of the culture, you want to learn, but there's a level of learning that I'm not interested in, which is weird because my wife, when we travel, she likes to really get into the culture and history. And I'm like, can we dabble in learning but focus on the fun? I'll dabble. I don't want to go on a field trip, like a full-on school field trip. Not interested in traveling like that.
Plaques.
No, and if you're reading plaques,
enough on my teeth.
You're reading them while you're walking, right? Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice plaque. What else do we got?
Where can we gamble?
Well said.
Yeah, thank you.
Well
you and
said.
I, when we were on our honeymoon, we just wandered drinking and going into casinos.
Yeah. No learning. Right? We learned what it cost for a frozen margarita, but we already knew that.
I'll be honest, I never did.
Oh, man.
Where's Hogs?
I don't know. We're going to tap dance. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's got to be like after this.
Has to be.
Yeah, you know, Fargo Flash is just downstairs waiting, locked out.
That's all right. His team's going to get beat by 35.
What's the spread?
23 and a half, give or take.
They give up 5 points a game.
Hell yeah.
Man, it would be sweet. Just once. Just do it.
The last time we did it was 25 years ago.
Yeah, we have a quarterback now.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, but so does Texas.
All right, now the security concerns after a man posed as a student. This
Where's
is the White
PR?
This is
the White Bear Lake story.
Ridiculous.
Where was it?
White Bear.
Go Bears.
Currently, White Bear Lake High School and many other school districts require a birth certificate, driver's license, or utility bill, and immunization records from enrollees. Now, State Representative Elliot Engine wants all districts to have the same standards for identity verification.
I think that this is White Bear Lake potentially trying to save face and shield themselves from a lawsuit, because if they had done everything right, I doubt that this would have happened, because it doesn't seem to be happening anywhere else.
So this is the suspect in the White Bear Lake case.
I
He
mean,
has been identified as 22.
He supposedly tried to get into Forest Lake, too, or what is it, Forest Lake or something? Stillwater.
And White Bear Lake let him in.
Police say they are pursuing more criminal charges.
Get to the gym.
Related to fraud.
Yeah, I've never heard that sentence.
Wait, get to the gym, Rich? Or are you telling that 22-year-old kid to get to the gym because you want your sports teams in White Bear Lake to be better?
I mean, it would. Oh, here we go.
Go lift weights.
London. Yeah, the Browns are shaking things up under center. QB Joe Flacco is out. And the plan here, the team plans to start rookie QB Dylan Gabriel. Jim Rich live north of London this morning with what the team is up to as we inch closer to the weekend. Good morning, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
There's Chris.
Good morning, guys. We got a great guest with us, the star of the Power Trip Morning Show. And also, he's part of the Viking broadcast. And people don't know this job that you have, Chris. Could you share a little bit about how you get to travel with the Vikings every single week?
Sure. I'm the road producer for the radio broadcast. So I go to every road game, and I have for about 15 years. And it's the best job of all time, especially for somebody who stopped growing in the 6th grade but loved the NFL. So, yeah, I get to go to every road game, including this long road trip. We were in Ireland, obviously, last week, and now we're in jolly old London. And it's a great job. Basically, if you've seen on television or in the movie, somebody says, roll camera 8, slide to camera 6. I do that only for radio. So I'm in the booth with Paul Allen and Pete Bursich, and we have Ben Lieber down on the sidelines, and we broadcast it all over the Vikings radio network.
All right. So you've been on these international trips before, but this is the first time where the team has had to stay and spend a whole week trying to prepare. Have you noticed anything different? Do you think this is doable in the future, or do you think this is like, okay, this is a long time for everybody to be over here?
Yeah, we had Roger Goodell on the pregame with PA on Sunday from Dublin, and this is definitely an experiment. And they used the Vikings primarily because we travel so well. We had everything in kind of in order for to make this possible. It's tough, but the second week, actually, I think it's a little bit easier. You get into a groove. You have your practice. You have a regular week instead of traveling during the week. So I think this is going to happen, and I think this will be a better week for us this week when it comes to that.
All right. I know you're not in the meeting, but how do you feel this team is feeling right now with the injuries and trying to get guys over here? We joked about that. Well, he got a passport so we could get him on the team.
Yeah, right. It's tough. I mean, obviously this offensive line is going to look completely different this weekend. We're going to have to find ways to protect. I think it's great that we get CJ Hamp back. That's going to help a lot. So we're going to have to find ways to keep that great defense from getting to our quarterback and give him some time to throw the ball.
All right. How about that? This guy's good. This guy's good. By the way, they're on the Power Trip. They're streaming right here. So we got double exposure there.
Yeah.
How about that? That was something. Chris, thank you so much for doing this. And games always sound great. And this is the reason why.
Thank you. Good day.
Jimmy, I used to do that years ago
And it's
with
going to be triple.
hockey and the guys way back when. Remember that, Chris? The old days?
I do remember very well. Yeah, we missed you.
Good
Yes,
stuff.
come back.
Yeah, no, hello. You're doing great. You guys are doing great.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Thanks, Hawk, and thank you, Jim. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Yeah, Tom Butler. There he is.
Yeah, that was sweet.
You know, we used to do, again, those hits with Tom Butler and Alex Kendall. And Chris used to really like doing the hits with Alex Kendall.
He loved it. Loved it.
Really seemed to like it. All right, he did it. That was pretty good.
That was great.
Did a good
that
job,
was
man.
great tap dancing.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, more of What Really Matters after this. We'll get Fargo Flash up the elevators. And Chris, we'll all check back in from England after this Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
Good morning. There's an accident on Highway 169 southbound before Medicine Lake that's blocking the right lane, and traffic is solid from Rockford Road. Bass Lake Road is closed both ways between County Road 81 and Brooklyn Boulevard for bridge work until November 14th. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you. Fall for a brooding duke. Dive into a steamy romantasy series from Sarah J. Maas. Or find the perfect rom-com from Lily Chu. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24 monthly bill credits on Experience Beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended. Balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel. Finance agreement. iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99, and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1H2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
So you've researched the vehicles, and now it's time for the exciting part, the test drive. But visiting multiple dealerships can be a hassle. That's why Maury's Auto Group is bringing you Drive to Compare, a low-pressure, one-day event that makes car shopping easier. Compare and test drive the top midsize SUVs and more, all in one place at Dunwoody College on Saturday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit drive2compare.com for more information. That's compare.com. We'll see you Saturday, October 4th. Get more with Maury's.
Today is the day to start making your dream space a reality. Your Minneapolis Floor & Decor locations are ready to help right now with the latest looks in tile, wood, and stone. Looks that don't just reflect how you live, but where you live. If you can dream it, we have it. Our designers can help you make your home yours, reliably in stock and at prices that can't be beat. Your Floor & Decor is ready. How about you? In Maple Grove, Woodbury, and Apple Valley. Visit Floor & Decor today.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. I can't tell you how much my wife and I love our brand new sauna from SaunaSupplyCo.com and Sauna Supply Company. They are outstanding at what they do. They built us a custom sauna. It is awesome. It's Wi-Fi, all that stuff. You press a button, it'll turn on, heat up to the temp you want, and you're sitting and chilling in your sauna in no time. We went to SaunaSupplyCo.com. We talked to John, one of the owners, and he got us one of the best saunas of all time. Get the same by simply going to SaunaSupplyCo.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th, new Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
5 years, no interest, or save 20% off on your siding project. Go to buildersandremodelers.com.
This report is sponsored by Blaze Credit Union.
The Vikings open fullback C.J. Hammond, rookie edge rusher Tyler Batty's 21-day practice window ahead of Sunday's London matchup with the Browns. They'll start rookie quarterback Dylan Gabriel. Day 2 of the wild card, Dodgers crushed the Reds to advance. Padres blanked the Cubs. Yankees, they edged the Red Sox, while the Guardians rallied past the Tigers, forcing Game 3. And the Wild wrap up their preseason play tomorrow night, a road matchup against Chicago. I'm Rob Bushka.
Looking for a local company that is thoughtfully compassionate when it comes to helping with your finances? Trust Blaze Credit Union for all your financial needs. Head to blazecu.com to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
We broadcast from the 651 Carpets Plus, home of the Next Day Install Studios. FM 100.3, KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Get ready to laugh out loud. Comedian Kelsey Cook is hitting the Fitzgerald Theater on October 4th. The early show, it's already sold out. But don't worry, you can grab tickets for the 8:30 show while they last. It's going to be a night of nonstop fun you will not want to miss. Enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets today on the KFAN contest page. It's KFAN.com. Keyword contest to enter today.
She was on our show yesterday. She's awesome. She was
good.
at the Fitzgerald on Saturday in St. Paul, Minnesota, across the river. So Rosie won't be there.
I mean, yeah, I know.
Well, she's an actress. Chris is in England. Fargo Flash joins the show. Justin continues. Hi, Justin.
How are you guys doing?
Justin, Chris, Justin.
Yeah.
Look who I got, guys.
Let's see here.
Ben Lieber's here.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, guys. It's so good to hear from you.
Ben, I'm trying to read between the lines. I follow you on social media. You seemed underwhelmed by Stonehenge. True or false?
That's true.
Oh, man.
That's true. Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody that's
pagans.
here in England and all the
Like
pagans around the
witches?
world.
Sure, yeah.
But listen, the problem is social media and pictures, because it's just like Mount Rushmore. And again, I'm offending all of my South Dakotans that you see all the pictures and then you get to it and you're still about a quarter of a mile away and you're like, this is it?
Yeah.
Like, I got to put 25 cents in these binoculars to get a closer look. That's it.
Yeah.
So had you not ever seen a picture before of Mount Rushmore and you got up to it, you were like, damn, that's impressive, right? Same thing with Stonehenge. You've seen every picture, every close-up. You've known all the history. So you walk up and you still are within 25 yards of it. So you're close. But you're like, yeah, it's a bunch of stones.
So how long were you there?
15 minutes.
Oh, man.
You went 3 hours for 15 minutes.
Well, it was 2 hours. I mean, it was the first stop on a whole road trip. So
Okay, all right.
if I was going there just for that, then I would have slapped myself in the face. But no, the whole idea, because I had heard the same thing. They're like, yeah, prepared to be a little underwhelmed when you get there, and I was. And then I just got in my car and then I drove to Bath, England, which is the most beautiful place I've ever been. And then I went to the Roman baths.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
Oh, yeah.
Go on.
Calm
And
down,
then
Zach.
I did some more sightseeing and spent the night, all that stuff. It was good times.
Did you take a bath?
No, here's the funny thing, guys, and I will admit this publicly. So I was told by a friend of mine, one of the producers, Cece at Twin Cities Live, and she's
Love
like, "You need to go to the Roman baths. It's the coolest thing ever, and the city of Bath is amazing." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll put it on my list of things to do." So I really thought it was sort of like the Icelandic hot springs.
Yeah, right.
So I brought a pair of swim trunks.
Yeah, right.
What color?
Calm down.
Jeez. He's getting texts from Tommy.
Actually, Zach, it was just a fig leaf.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I tried to do as the Romans did,
Yeah, right.
And so in my backpack, I did have a pair of swim trunks, and then I get there, I'm like, nobody's swimming. This is not a place you swim. This is a place where you just you look, you observe, you walk through the ruins, you learn the history, which is fascinating.
Sure.
Because it really is a thermal spring that is underneath the ground, and it's still bubbling today. But anyway. Yeah, I was slightly embarrassed that I actually had my swim trunks with me.
You're like Randy Quaid in Vegas Vacation pulling up to the dam, right?
Yeah.
Looking for bait.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that's great, man. I wish you had actually just shown up with your sunscreen on, wearing your figure eight. That'd have been great.
Flash, you're a world traveler of sorts, right?
On my nose.
At times, yeah.
Have you been to Stonehenge or the outskirts of London?
I've been to London a couple different times, but I've never been outside the main metro, I guess, of there. So,
well,
good job for Ben to get out and have an
Explore.
adventure.
Yeah, looks like these two are finding stuff to do.
Yeah, you kind of have to, right?
Hey, Ben.
Yeah, unfortunately, where we stay is beautiful, but it is in the middle of nowhere. So you will drive yourself crazy if all you did was sit in your hotel room.
Well, you mentioned you drove. So you're driving your car around there then?
I did. I went to Stansted Airport, which is about 30 minutes away. I rented a car just like we would in the States, and it's very easy. You just present your, U.S. driver's license, and they're like, there you go, and then they give you your keys to your car, and then you just there's no instruction. There's no.
Yeah.
You know what I kept doing wrong, which was crazy.
Running over pedestrians.
Yeah. Texting and driving.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Like I was 10-2 clinched up the whole time because I was just so worried about like your instincts taking over and wanting to go like on the other side of the road or something. But the thing is, like every time I got in and out, I would reach for my seatbelt on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for sure. For a day and a half, I kept going like reaching like this. I'm like, then I'd get done. I'd want to unbuckle and like unbuckle from like my right hip, and I'm like, oh, that's not over there. It's over here. Like it was everything about it like was complete opposite, and it just messed with your brain the whole time.
So have you and Flash been texting to bet on college football this weekend?
Yes,
all morning.
We have. Yes, all
What do
morning.
we got? What do we got, Flash?
It's kind of a boring weekend, and and we've had some epic weeks. We have we have a big game, Vanderbilt at Alabama, which I think on paper we would say in the old days what a 40-point blowout. But Vanderbilt is a team that's been turned around. They have that quarterback Diego Pave, who's one of the better-known quarterbacks right now and kind of just gunslinger type of guys. They're 5-0. They're at Alabama. Game day's there. If you go back a year ago, this was the big upset where Vanderbilt beat Alabama at Alabama. In leading up to the game, Nick Saban was quoted as saying, "There's no easier place to play in college football than Vanderbilt," which again was locker room material. But where Ben and I landed throughout the evening was number 3 Miami is at number 18 Florida State. So if you go back to when I was growing up, this was the game of the year, right? This was like, they call it the Florida State Championship, and these were usually 1 versus 2, and these kids were all recruited, to these schools, but they chose different paths, but they played high school against each other. It's the first time in 9 years where both teams are actually ranked. So that shows you how these programs have fallen, and now they're back up. And what I like is the home team. So the home team is actually a 4.5-point underdog. So they have 4.5 points, and Ben's taking Miami. So I'm taking Florida State.
And I will throw this out there. I mean, Justin's being very gracious because he sent me a text.
Well, I'm getting killed too, by the way.
Well, listen, I felt like I was like that last year, and I had to like claw myself back to something respectable. But the thing is, like, you sent me what you liked was the exact opposite. You liked Miami. And so I was like, I don't know. I don't know about taking Florida State, even though they're at home. So I sent you 2 other picks, and I was like, what do you think about these games? And then you came back and you said, I'll just take Florida State, you take Miami. So you flip-flopped because we couldn't really agree. So you're being a little gracious right now, so I appreciate that.
Well, this is one of those weeks, and you can look at a lot of the people picking against the spread. People are kind of split, right? As you look at the big games, there's really no major favorites where everyone's betting on. But I think that's one of the toss-up games. So I could go either way, and I think at this point in the year in a big rivalry, the home field does matter. But there's some fun games. Mississippi State, which I think is a program on the rise. They play at Texas A&M. They're getting 14 points, and A&M's number 6 in the country. And so again, as you think of the upsets that are looming in college football, that's maybe an upset. Texas Tech is going on the road to an undefeated Houston team. That's a potential upset. I think the upset that happens this week in college football is number 4 Iowa State, 5-0. Travels to Cincinnati, 3-1, a really good Cincinnati team that happened to lose a game late in the year at Nebraska when they had that game won. They are a home favorite against a number 14 team, an undefeated team in the country. I'll take Cincinnati to win, although it's not an upset, but I think upsetting a number 14 team is a big deal. So I think that one is one of the game that's on the radar this week. Yeah,
what about the giant upset that's brewing at the Horseshoe? You're not going to mention that at all?
Do we have to?
Yeah,
I mean this is.
Let's go.
Don't lose the faith now. We
Don't
have a
lose
quarterback,
faith.
you son of a bitch.
I was telling these guys as I go in, and so this is a rare opportunity. So as you break this down a little bit, you go back, and I was hoping Tommy could be here today, and I told Tommy this last night. You very rarely have a chance to play a top 5 team. How many times in Tommy's 4-year playing career did he play a top 5 ranked team for Minnesota?
I'll say once.
0.
0 times?
I had a chance. I played a top 5 team twice. I played a number 3 Michigan team. We got crushed. I played a number 4 Ohio State team with Eddie George. We got crushed. So the idea of playing a number 1 ranked team actually hasn't happened since I think Jerry Kill took the Gophers there, and I believe 2016, and kept it pretty competitive and lost 28-14. But this is an Ohio State team that's just loaded. So when Meat Sauce was asking when I walked in, where are they special? Well, they're really special everywhere. They have, they're a defending national champion, number 1 in the country, despite losing their coordinators, losing a bunch of players, went into the portal, went and grabbed, Matt Patricia for a defensive coordinator. So they're just loaded. Defensively, the number 1 ranked defense in the country. They got guys all over the board. They got, 2 first-round draft picks in the secondary, and so they're going to be they're a tough defense. That being said, Washington did do a little bit and put up a couple of field goals there. And then offensively, they got a quarterback right now and who was an Alabama recruit, goes to Alabama, 5-star kid, highest completion percentage in the country. And then, of course, the number 1 player in college football is Jeremiah Smith, their wide receiver. And he's the best one, but there's 2 that flank him that are super good too. So it's a really tough weekend for the Golden Gophers.
So my guess is you've seen this flash, but I want to throw this out to the group because this is kind of fascinating. The Ohio State quarterback is named Julian Sayin. He is very, very good, right? Highly touted.
I'm just saying.
He's just saying. Something called Josh Pate. You familiar with Josh Pate?
I'm not.
Josh Pate, I guess, follows college football, and he posted his own personal rankings of the top 10 Big Ten quarterbacks, and Julian Sayin was number 2. Drake Lindsay was not in the top 10, right?
Ooh.
This guy, Quincy Avery, apparently renowned quarterback trainer. He has trained Jalen Hurts, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love. He worked with Max Brosmer. I guess he's a big deal, right? His job is to train quarterbacks.
Yeah.
He responded to the tweet that Josh Pate posted, saying, quote, "I'm willing to bet a good chunk of change that a top 3 quarterback in the Big Ten isn't on this list right now. Drake Lindsay is so much better than anyone understands. I truly and honestly believe he's going to be a round 1 pick when it's all said and done."
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, the talent is there. I think the reason why he's not, they actually did a ranking of the 76 FBS quarterbacks, Power 4 quarterbacks yesterday on ESPN. I think he was ranked like 35-ish, right behind Arch Manning, actually. But it's because he just hasn't played that much. And, the Cal game didn't really do a lot for him. He played well, but the team didn't play well. And so that loss kind of becomes a little bit of just a flag. But if you look at what he did last week, I think that's just more to come. And part of it, they have that. There's nothing else. There's no running attack. The offensive line has struggled. But Drake Lindsay is an elite talent, as PJ would say. But just his numbers last week, 31 of 41, 3 touchdowns and 324 yards. And it's just not... It's not 31 completions. It's like precision throwing, and you guys saw it. This team's it was the largest home comeback since I was playing a game in 1992. We were down by 14 to Illinois in 1992. We came back to win.
That's the biggest we've come back in 30 years.
That's the biggest home comeback that we've had in 32 years.
Wow!
And it's because when you're down 14-0 early, and it looked like we were left for dead. He has an explosive play, 76-yard play to Jalen Smith, the largest play for the Gophers in Huntington Bank Stadium history. But it's because he took the team on his shoulders. I mean, and when you needed to make a play, he made it. And again, it's a huge throw that he made, showed tremendous arm strength. So arm strength, accuracy, huge frame, 6'5", 235 pounds. He has all the tools. I think the question's going to be the talent around him. A lot needs to happen. You got to give them time. You got to have the receivers making plays. Receivers didn't make plays the first 3 weeks. They made plays last week. So the first 3 weeks we saw drop balls, and so I think the potential is there, and I think he is left off that list. I don't know if he's top 3 right now, but I can see him progressing there.
By the way, this Sports Illustrated article points out, too, right, that a decade ago, ESPN's Todd McShay said Mitch Leidner was a future first-round pick. And,
I think we won money.
It was a year after Carson Wentz was a first-round pick.
But there were a lot of people that said that put a lot of, undue pressure on Mitch because he was never really a first-round projection except for on McShay's list.
Yeah.
So I wonder if hopefully this is a nice little piece of motivation for Lindsey that he's not on some dude's top 10 list. Yeah. How many teams are there in the Big Ten now? 90?
Yeah, 21. Do you know what? Do you know who leads the team in rushing for Ohio State?
Guillermo del Toro.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson is the kid's name.
How is he still eligible?
Yeah, they run 3 or 4 different running backs. They got Carnell Tate's their backup wide receiver, their number 2 guy. He honestly is the number 1 receiver in the other 132 teams in college football. And Julian Sayin is, again, elite talent. So and again, he's also a redshirt freshman. So he spent the year like Drake did a year ago, watching and waiting and wondering why. But he is the real. They're both the real deal. So this is one of those games.
Everybody was thinking that.
Everybody.
It's hard not to.
This is
my legacy.
This is just one of those games where if you look at PJ Fleck versus Ohio State just a couple years ago, similar situation. You go to the Horseshoe, it's 37-3.
Ben, have you seen much of Ohio State this year?
I have not. No.
I
know that they're very good.
Didn't you see them play against Tennessee in the first game?
Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
I'm sorry.
The first game.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched them since.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing if you go back to that game, guys. How did they only beat Texas 14-7?
I know.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
Right. I should have destroyed them.
So you're saying the Gophers keep it close, but we lose? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I have 2 different ways to think about this. I think if one of the things you got to be super careful this week is when are you willing to go out and try to get after the quarterback? And if you sell out and get pressure on Julian Sayin, which is difficult to do, I think he's been sacked 1 time this year.
Jeez.
So if you do it, where you got to be careful is now you're in man coverage with 3 of the top wide receivers in the country, including the best player in the country. So you got to place your bets when least expected to actually have it pay off. But I think you're going to see a Minnesota team probably sit back and try to keep everything in front of them and try to slow the game down. You also on offense have to win through Drake Lindsey. So PJ Fleck, we know, would like to slow the game down, control the clock. It's just not going to be a chance. This is a team that's not going to let you rush on them. And again, this is a little bit of a different opponent than we had with last week with Rutgers, where I think we put up 40 rushing yards. So my football mind, when I look at all the data and I look at the body of work up by both teams, a Gopher defense that's kind of been a bend but don't break, an offense that can't run, but when Drake's on, run. My football mind says Ohio State 37, Minnesota 3. But but this week I'm actually going to go with my heart.
Wow.
You're gonna flip the score or what?
I think it is a big change. I think because of it's been 25 years since Ron Johnson, I believe, took his team to the Horseshoe. And made
Wait, Ron played?
Ron played for the Gophers. Yep. If you didn't know.
He did?
Follow him on Twitter. And
like the Minnesota Golden Gophers?
He did.
Same team.
He played for a little bit.
I didn't know that.
Yep. He was pretty good little wide receiver. But this is one of those games, Hawk, where I think you just got to believe that, like I said before, what an amazing opportunity. You get to go and play in front of 107,000 fans.
Play in front of these fans.
You get to go in front of NBC primetime game of the week. Everyone in college football at 6:30 is going to tune in, right?
If this freaking game bumps back the Saturday Night Live debut, I'm going to be so pissed. Can we wrap this up in under 4 hours?
Dude.
I think they might go away from it at halftime.
Yeah, so it could be run.
Hey, Saucerton.
Yes, sir.
You're the only one that I could probably ask this question to. Well, not the only one. I just can't ask Justin this question. So Ohio State, you probably have it in front of you, is favored by 23.5.
Yes, sir.
Where are you on that?
Well, I think it's tough because, as we've talked about all week, is when he gets in this situation, whether it's the right answer or the wrong answer, I don't know. I'm not a coach. They play not to get beat 55-0. They run the ball like they have the lead.
It's an easy bet.
But after listening to Justin off the air, I would take Ohio State and the points.
So wait.
What's he saying off the air?
Don't you give away his secret. What are you doing?
No, not Consemius. Justin, the guy that I bet with.
Oh, so
different guy.
Justin, your pants.
Justin Guard, who works for the Gopher Radio Network, he's also saying 80-0.
No, Justin.
A different Justin.
Justin.
And what's his last name?
Steve.
Justin Steve.
Yeah, Justin
Steve.
your
butt.
Where does he live?
Where does he live?
Sure.
I don't know. I've never met him in person. We just text.
But you were talking to him off air.
Yeah, on my phone.
Got it.
Can you let's see what Justin says. What's your final score, Justin? Come on, you're giving it to us.
I think what's going to happen here is there's a little bit of locker room material. If you go back and watch the Ryan Day press conference, the head coach of Ohio State, it was very clear in watching it. He watched the film. He doesn't believe. Right?
He doesn't believe.
He thinks there's. He kept saying, historically Minnesota's a tough program. Historically, those are tough players. But he's watching the body of work. So that's a challenge to the Minnesota players. I think what just like Meat Sauce says, you do enough to just kind of hang around. And last week, Washington hung around. Washington's within a possession with 13 minutes left in that game. It's 14-6 Ohio State, as elite as they are. So Minnesota hangs around, keeps it within a possession.
Sing it to me.
And then Drake Lindsay finds Jalen Smith for a deep post late in the game. Minnesota 17, Ohio State 14.
We held them to 14 points.
It worked. Oh, you got me there. Thank you.
Got to go with your heart, guys, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, Ben?
Thank you. You got me with deep post.
Hey,
man, this guy needs a bath. He's going back to Rome.
Bring his
Sauce. Good teams win, great teams cover.
Exactly.
And the Gophers are going to do both. They're going to stay within
all
23
over my
and a
fig
half.
leaf.
What's the money
I need a
line?
new fig
What's
leaf.
the money line? Let's get after the money line.
Let me look.
I think the Gophers they're plus 1,200 according to ESPN.
Good thing we're in a greenhouse, man.
The Ohio State Buckeyes are minus 3,000 on the money line.
Man.
Oh, man.
Take the Gophers in 23.5 every time. No chance they beat us by more than that. Every time. $100, we'll do it right now.
Sure.
23.5 points. Are you crazy? No way. No way.
I'd gladly lay the 23.5.
Hey, Hawk.
I can't be a part of it.
And the Dragon.
Yeah.
Hey, Hawk, if during the break you could wipe the camera off.
Oh. And then mail it to Zach.
Gross.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll scoop that up and put it in the Petri dish.
All right, the news is next. Ben and Chris are in England. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
That was great.
The Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
It's Chris Hockey. Imagine you didn't have any kind of reliable internet connectivity or technology. Imagine how that would limit you and your day. How would you apply for a new job? How would you or your kids get their homework done? How would you even go about scheduling a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment? Well, how about this? AT&T has committed $5 billion by 2030 to help 25 million people get and stay connected to affordable, high-speed internet access and digital resources. $5 billion. And as part of that effort, since 2021, AT&T has distributed more than 160,000 computers and Wi-Fi hotspots to students and families nationwide. This year, they plan to distribute 30,000 more laptops, about $9 million worth. So people literally could go from having no connectivity, no internet, to the kind of technology that's going to help level the playing field. This is a truly important effort, giving people the opportunity to grow into a better life. I love that. Way to go, AT&T. Bridge that digital divide.
Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 694 westbound from Central to East River. 394 delays eastbound at 94. 35W slow northbound from the Burnsville split to McAndrews and from 50th to 42nd. 169 slow northbound from Highway 101 to Bloomington Ferry. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
So you've researched the vehicles, and now it's time for the exciting part, the test drive. But visiting multiple dealerships can be a hassle. That's why Maury's Auto Group is bringing you Drive to Compare, a low-pressure one-day event that makes car shopping easier. Compare and test drive the top midsize SUVs and more, all in one place at Dunwoody College on Saturday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit drive2compare.com for more information. That's compare.com. We'll see you Saturday, October 4th. Get more with Maury's.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Do you actually know ball? Well, come prove it with a free $10 from Better Picks. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win cash. It's that simple. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Hey, Ben Lieber here, former professional football player. You know, when it comes to car accidents, personal injuries, or getting hurt on the job, yep, been there, the lawyers you choose makes a huge difference. And for football fans, Mesh Besher and Spence have been the lawyers to trust for over 60 years. They know Minnesota's legal system and have the playbook to get you the compensation you deserve. If you've been injured, car accident, personal injury, or hurt on the job, call Mesh Besher and Spence. They'll get you on the field fast. Just head over to meshbesher.com. That's meshbesher.com.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most to you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes, so we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, Raising Cane's One Love. Look, there's football tonight. We were just talking about football on Saturday night. There's obviously football Sunday morning. If you're going to have a big football party, make sure you load up on Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, whether it's pregame, halftime, postgame, or even after school. It doesn't have to be football related. The best chicken fingers on the planet are the ones at Raising Cane's. You can order in the drive-thru, go into the restaurant, the Cane's mobile app. There's so many ways to get your hands on the best chicken fingers. They're fresh. They're always cooked to order. They're never frozen. They got the Texas toast, the crinkle-cut fries. It's my favorite food on the planet. It's Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Raising Cane's in football. Raising Cane's, one love.
5 years, no interest, or save 25% off industry best Elements windows. Builders and Remodelers.com.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by the World Junior Hockey Championship. Big news, hockey fans. World Junior single game tickets are on sale now, starting at just $39. Catch preliminary round and quarterfinal matchups this holiday season as the world's best under 20 players battle on Minnesota ice. Tickets to the biggest matchups will move fast. World Juniors, MN26.com.
Fan forecast.
High in the mid-80s today under sunny skies.
The Fan.
All right, welcome back to the Power True Morning Show. JK, one more segment with you or what?
Yes, sir.
Oh, big boy job. You got to get the big boy job.
Got to do it.
Chris texted us. He'll be right back. Probably going to the bathroom. Who knows? A lot of coconut water this morning in England.
Good for him. Hey, it's Hogs.
Oh, he's back. There he is. Okay.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm trying to. Apparently, for some reason, you guys are hearing my audio on the stream. I don't know what's going on, but they're saying I'm feeding back on the stream. I tried to restart it, but
on the radio, you sound 100% perfect. So
fantastic.
I don't know what's going on with the stream. All right, should we do the news?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ben's over there in England. Chris is over there in England. Flash is here. John Creasel is here. We'll talk to Tom Pelissero in like an hour, mostly about Browns and Vikings, but we'll see. We'll go around the NFL. Lots to get to.
Are the Browns there yet, by the way?
Sure.
The Browns are there.
Oh, when did they get there? Do you know?
I believe they got here today.
You said that as if you were just joking. Sure. Yeah, sure.
No,
they're here.
they got here today, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the 2026 IIHF World Junior Championship.
IIHF. I assume the H is hockey, the F is federation, one of the I's is international. IIHF? Ice, is it ice hockey? So it's International Ice Hockey Federation?
International
You
Harvester.
got it.
God, we got it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Chris, the floor
Thank
is
you
yours.
to the II. We appreciate it very, very much. Yes. I'm here with Ben Lieber, and we're filing these reports. Goldfish that have been discarded in an Edina lake are now becoming food for Minnesota zoo animals.
They're not as good as Pepperidge Farm goldfish,
No,
which
nothing
are
is.
on the
Nothing
Hall of
is.
Fame. It's the Mount Rushmore of snacks, are just Pepperidge Farm goldfish.
So good.
10 out of 10.
Just couldn't disagree more.
Oh, my
What?
God.
You don't
Boring.
like
They're
them?
just- they're
Oh,
fine,
dude,
but they're
I can eat
boring.
an entire bag of those and not
Prove
take a
it.
breath. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's,
Yeah,
So
they're
good.
outstanding.
that's my childhood, man. Just
Yeah.
crushing goldfish all day. Who cares?
Yeah.
But anyway, what were you saying about goldfish in a pond?
Initially tossed out by pet owners, the goldfish are pests and they stir up the bottom of the lake, causing algae to bloom and the water to become cloudy. Instead of being left to rot, the thousands of goldfish are being fed to bears and otters and sea lions at the Minnesota Zoo.
See, pay it
So
forward.
It's basically a death sentence. This is the first year of the program, and it's the first of its kind in the state. If the program proves to be successful, it could expand to other animals, including dogs and cats that are being found at, I'm just kidding. That's not true at all. Not true at all. To other zoos and wildlife centers. But yes, if you've left goldfish in a pond in Edina,
Not me. I didn't do that.
Not me.
All of our
So-
goldfish died in our house.
So this randomly happened.
Yeah.
They found goldfish in a pond and said, we have an idea here. Let's feed it to the animals
Yeah.
in the zoo?
that's exactly
Well,
right.
they're
feed it to
just
somebody.
koi, right?
Yeah,
Aren't
that's
they
all.
just carp?
That's right.
essentially.
And don't they like get super big? 'Cause
Yeah.
they only fit the size of their dwelling. So
That's
if they are like a small little fish in a fishbowl and then released out to a pond, they can grow pretty big, right?
That's right. Yeah, you should see the ones in Lake Superior.
Wow. I didn't know they were in there.
That's like the Kraken, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they are. Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of Lake Superior, registration for the Grandma's Marathon in Duluth is selling out in a record time. More than 90% of spots were filled up within 90 minutes of registration opening. A spokesperson from the race said this would be the 6th straight year of sellouts, and registrations are being taken up faster each year. The marquee race will be in Two Harbors, Minnesota, finish the 26.2 miles in Duluth Canal Park. We were there last year.
Yes, Chris, I'm not asking for me because I'm not doing this, but I'm just
Yeah, go
saying,
ahead.
let's say somebody around my age, somewhere in their 40s, and they've never been a runner. How many months would it take to be marathon ready if you started today?
3 months.
Really, that fast?
That's
I
it?
was gonna say
Oh,
6.
man, I was going to
I would
guess
say-
6.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like the shape you start yourself in, but I
Mm-hmm.
would say a normal, every average person in 3 months. I ran 6 marathons. I was never in marathon shape, and that's why I had to have knee surgery. I'm not
Okay,
gonna lie.
two
But
different
you know what I mean.
timelines.
Yeah.
Corey's timeline, Sauce's timeline.
Man, I thought we were friends. I got the show to play.
Well, as I told you, Ben, a couple of weeks ago, my little sprint in the rain back to my car after playing cards
Winded?
was not. No, it wasn't even about winded. It was just like my body was like, "How do you run?"
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I sprinted. Right. Jogging, sure. Peloton, sure. But an actual sprint through the rain, I'm like, this is not normal. So it's not like you sprint in a marathon.
Yeah.
You can jog it, but still. That running was so foreign to me. It would be like starting over.
Whole body hurt.
Louis
Yeah.
going to be able to run. Is it Louis?
Louis, yeah.
Louis.
My son, yeah.
Louis, I forgot his name. Not famous enough. Yeah, he's going to be running before
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, body hurt.
I would say Corey, maybe 3 or 4 months. When does the sun expire?
Like 2 or 3 billion
Yeah.
years?
I don't think Sauce is going to make it.
No, man. I'm out of
I'm
shape.
kidding, buddy.
It's
You'd be
over.
great. You
Nah.
wouldn't do it because you wouldn't want to, but you
No.
could do it. You're an athlete. There's
Hey,
an athlete inside you.
Hey, Hawks, Sunday is the Twin Cities Marathon. So
Yeah, man.
You've done these 6 marathons. So think of the weather this Sunday. So your marathon training, the good news is you're finished, right? The last 4 weeks of your training, you're in the kind of, even though if you try to do morning runs, it's still fairly hot. The weather Sunday, 80 degrees for a high. So probably
Terrible.
morning
That's too
temperature
hot.
about 65. That's a hot marathon.
My wife and Kayla are doing the half marathon.
Really?
on Sunday. Yeah.
Nice.
But my
Your
wife
wife
has to
and
Uber
Kayla?
because it's football Sunday. So, yep. She.
Yeah, that
on your
is
own.
too hot.
That's it,
And
yeah.
that's a great run, but that is just too hot. And the 10 milers is a great run as well. And good luck to everybody out there who's doing it. Take care of yourself. Drink some coconut water, right,
Yeah,
Ben?
man.
And
I don't know. I
listen
need to get one of those.
You
to
should.
the Vikings on iHeartRadio. Hopefully,
Yeah.
advance
That's a great
to
point.
3
We'll be
and 2.
playing when they're running.
Yep.
Yep, that's it.
That's right.
Which is
Good point.
why Mama's got to get an
Yeah.
Uber back to the
You're on your
crib
own.
because I'm busy.
An 8:30 kickoff.
If you guys, you know what, we're running late, so I'll just throw this out there real quick. Do yourself a favor if you want, unless such things, if you're curious, I'll say this. Read the new details about the guy who pretended to be a high school student in White Bear Lake.
Oh, yeah.
You know he played football, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Insane.
New details
he
are
played
emerging.
football when he enrolled, like
the
older
like
dude.
this last fall.
Yes.
Was he good?
Right now. Yeah.
Well,
I have no idea.
So he played up in Forest Lake. I tried to confirm because I heard about this story before it kind of broke publicly. And I tried to research. He's not in like the team's program or anything, but he was on the initial roster. So something happened. I'm hoping that somebody who's like an actual reporter can kind of nail that down because I don't think he actually ever played a game, but he definitely was on the roster, which is, concerning enough, obviously.
How much do you blame Chad Powers?
I mean, this is the worst. Like I said yesterday, this is the worst marketing campaign ever for a TV show.
Chris, I don't think you were on the air the other day when we discussed this. Sauce has admitted he wants Chad Powers to be an epic failure. Not only does he think it looks bad, he wants it to fail.
No, that doesn't shock me.
You don't like Eli?
No, I just don't think it's a good concept.
Oh, I'm sorry, Scarton Scorsese.
Scarton Scorsese.
So
it's all over your restaurant, Core. Canes?
Yeah, Raising Canes. I know. I've seen the Glenn Powell collabs.
It looks good to me. I don't know.
Have you started it yet?
I didn't know it was out yet.
I think it came out. Did it come out yesterday?
Yeah,
Did it really?
Yesterday, yeah.
I'm busy, but I
Reviews are
will
terrible.
watch it.
Terrible reviews.
The reviews are not good, but still, I asked Sauce, would he rather have Paul McCartney's show not sell out or Chad Powers' show epically fail? And you said?
Well, at this point, I think both things can be true.
Yeah, but I said pick one.
Oh, yeah, Chad Powers fail epically.
But man, you love checking empty seats.
Yeah, I'm going to look
Don't know why you like that.
He
that's
loves it.
rooting for other people to fail.
Because I have low
Even
self-esteem.
McCartney. Like, you don't hate the Beatles.
No.
Then why do you like when McCartney has empty seats?
No, I'm just fascinated when these huge acts come to town and they don't sell tickets.
I just got the confirmation, did not play varsity, but played some JV.
He played JV.
Whoa. He played JV as a
Kid can't even
22-year-old?
From an
Boy, he
inside
sucks.
source.
Really? Holy cow.
Greasy. Imagine just getting absolutely smoked by some 22-year-old.
That's humbling as hell. You're 22 and you're on the JV team.
JV?
Oh, that's awesome.
God. You know how he got caught? He was drinking beer in the parking lot. They said, wait a minute, you can't. And he showed his ID. They go, wait.
Exactly.
Actually,
That
I
part
did
they
read
made
a
up.
couple of different stories about some bad pictures he was sending to some people and things he shouldn't have been doing. I also read an account where he went to a party after a game and the players were like, get the hell out of here, you creep us out. So they knew something was up with this guy, you know? So, yeah, there's more to come on that, I believe.
Lock him up.
So that's the news.
Yeah. JV is crazy.
The players should have figured out when this dude was renting a car.
Well played.
All right. Flash, thanks
Guys,
for your
see you
time.
later.
John Creasel,
Bye,
thanks for your
Flash.
time as
See you
well.
guys.
Bye.
Go to my website, johncreasel.com. Book me for a speaking engagement 2026. Love you guys. Go Vikings.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, Ben, you got to go as well, or are you sticking around?
No, I can stick around.
Okay, you're sticking around. Sauce, you're going to walk us through sports after
Yes,
this.
sir.
Chris and Ben are in England. We'll talk to Tom Pelissero 1 hour from now. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Time now for the Vikings Report, presented by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Minnesota Vikings. Linebacker Jonathan Grenard joins the Power Trip next, thanks to Hy-Vee.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Jonathan, there's a rumor that the Browns might make a quarterback switch to somebody, Dylan Gabriel, who has never played an NFL game. From a prep standpoint, how do you prep for that? Do you watch his college tape? Is that something you kind of dive into to kind of see those moves that he might make?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate to say. Yeah, I think you can look at a little bit of both. I think he has a little bit of preseason film, but ultimately we're still going to treat him as if he's the starter. I mean, as he's been there, we give everybody who steps on that field the utmost respect just because, I mean, one, it's an honor to be here, and they choose a one of ones to be here. And two, they've earned that respect. I mean, we can't go out there and say just because I played in the league for 6 years and this is his first game or whatever, who's to say he doesn't have his best game in his career and still does these things. So you have to honor everybody with the utmost respect. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him to get this opportunity. I'm just excited to get another opportunity to play against these guys. And we're just coming off of an L, so we have no room to treat anybody with any least bit of respect. We got to basically hone back in on the basics and get back in that W column.
This has been the Vikings Report, brought to you on The Fan by Mesh Besher and Spitz. The Power Trip returns after this on The Fan.
Jefferson Lines is your #1 bus experience. My name is Chris Hockey, and I can vouch for that. With daily schedules to every corner of Minnesota and to thousands of destinations across the country, it's the most convenient way to travel. Jefferson's luxury motor coaches offer free passenger Wi-Fi and individual charging outlets so you can stay connected. Ride comfortably and confidently knowing you're traveling with Minnesota's best transportation company of 2024. Don't wait. Seats are going fast. Book online at jeffersonlines.com today. jeffersonlines.com.
Listen to your favorite KFAN podcast, sponsored by Builders and Remodelers. Professionally installing only the highest quality windows and doors.
Listen to the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow the NFL Fantasy Football Podcast and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
At Lowe's, save on job site supplies with My Lowe's Pro Rewards. Eligible members enjoy volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms, subject to change.
So you've researched the vehicles, and now it's time for the exciting part, the test drive. But visiting multiple dealerships can be a hassle. That's why Maury's Auto Group is bringing you Drive to Compare, a low-pressure one-day event that makes car shopping easier. Compare and test drive the top midsize SUVs and more, all in one place at Dunwoody College on Saturday, October 4th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Visit drive2compare.com for more information. That's drive2compare.com. We'll see you Saturday, October 4th. Get more with Maury's.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
I'm Angela Warner, and at Warner Stellian, we celebrate customer appreciation all the time. After all, our customer support is the reason our specialists get to keep learning about the latest appliances. Our customers are the reason we get to employ our own installation and repair technicians. Our customers are the reason we have top-rated appliances in stock at guaranteed low prices. And through October 15th, we're thanking you with an extra $100 to $500 off sale prices. Thank you for making Warner Stellian Minnesota's appliance specialist.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here for my amazing friends at Window Nation and windownation.com. That's where you can find them and all their great deals. But before we get to their amazing deal, if you are opening your windows this weekend because it's probably the last weekend of warm weather, or because it's going to be in the 90s, you're going to turn your AC on, and then in a month or two, whenever you get your energy bill, you'll look at it and go, man, my energy bill's way up. Well, it's probably because you have bad windows. You don't think about that, but if you turn your AC on or your furnace on in a couple of months, and it's expensive to do that because all of that energy is leaking out your windows. That means your furnace, your AC, everything else has to work harder. You don't want that. Get the best windows from my friends at Window Nation and windownation.com. This month, you buy 2 windows, you'll get 2 free. There is no limit to how many you can buy. The other thing is you make no payments for 2 years, no monthly payments, no down payment, no interest until 2027. My friends at Window Nation have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They are outstanding in what they do, and the cost of the windows includes 1-day installation. Go to windownation.com. Bye.
Improve the look and value of your home with new doors or patio doors from builders or remodelers.
Vikings Browns from London, Sunday morning at 8:30 on the audio home for Vikings football. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan, powered by Hy-Vee.
Comedian Kelsey Cook is bringing a night of laughs to the Fitzgerald Theater this Saturday, and we have your tickets in to the show. Be caller number 11 right now at 1-800-320-5326. Win a pair of tickets to the Late Show this Saturday. Call now.
All right, welcome back. Sauce, we're going to get to sports. You want to tell Ben and Chris what's going on in the world? They're on the other side of the planet. They don't know what's going on.
They
We don't know
don't?
what's up.
No.
No, they don't read.
No, what happened over
What
there?
is going on, dude?
We only care about what's happening
It's
over
time for
You guys
Fan
okay?
5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
We'll talk more about it, but the Vikings battle the Browns on Sunday. That's why Hogs Daddy and Ben are over in London. The pregame is at 6:30 a.m., kickoff at 8:30. Hawk and I will be on at 7:15. Your
7:15.
Vikings are now a 4.5-point favorite, mostly because the Browns are going to start a rookie in Dylan Gabriel, a third-round pick. And Myles Garrett did not practice yesterday due to an ankle injury.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's a
Ben,
big
your
advantage.
Yeah, I bet you he's going to play. I wouldn't worry about that. I feel like that's even one of those is like vet day off sort of things. I mean, the way that he played last week, holy cow. The guy's just a monster. Now, I would love it if he didn't play. That'd be huge. But I believe, what is his name? Malik Collins. He's awfully good on the inside as well. So you have to watch out. Their whole defensive, their front four is legit.
How about the kid from Michigan, Ben?
Mason
Graham.
Is it Mason
How
Graham?
good is
Yeah.
he?
He's very good as well. Like he fits into that role perfectly. And I think obviously when you have a guy like Myles Garrett out there that you're in the same room with and you get to see every day and just kind of like watch to see how to become a pro and to be the most disruptive player, just let him watch. He's going to be a really good player. I mean, there's a reason why they don't blitz much. There's a reason why they just let those 4 guys go. And, you know, they include some movement and stuff, but they really just want the back 7 to play ball. I mean, obviously the biggest news, though, is Dylan Gabriel. And I do think, you know, I do want to caution everybody because, you know, you might think that, oh, wow, his first start, like we got this thing in the bag against Buffalo's defense. Well, the thing is, we only know what we know from college, right? We have not seen him play, you know, outside of the preseason. We haven't seen him play in a regular season game, especially with the whole week of preparation. In a different game plan than what Joe Flacco is, just because of the athleticism. And if you go back and look at his college days, the dude can run. I mean, yes, he's a pocket passer. Yes, he wants to get the ball out pretty quickly, but don't sleep on his arm. I mean, when he has time and he wants to launch a deep ball, he can throw a deep ball with accuracy. He may not be the guy that throws an 18-yard in-cutting route that's like on a laser beam tightrope sort of throw. That's not really his arm strength, but he's got the arm strength to get it down the field on a 50-50 ball. The thing is, he ran quite a bit. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me with Judkins knowing what college's offenses are like. We might see more RPO. We might see more of that college look, and we might see more designated quarterback run game out of those looks, especially in the red zone, because that's what they did at Oregon.
How does our defense match up against that, though?
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's the thing. I think that's why I caution everybody. I know a lot of people are licking their lips like, oh, yeah, here we go. We got a rookie quarterback out there. We're going to light this kid up. Yeah, maybe, but we haven't seen a runner quite like this. You know, Penix is not built like that. He can run. He's not necessarily built like that for actual intentional purposes. And the same thing with Caleb Williams. Caleb was a scrambler. He was really elusive and really hard to get down. But they didn't have as much like quarterback built-in run game with him. This will be the biggest test from a pure dual threat quarterback that we've seen so far.
Is he, and be ready, Corey, is he really 5'10"?
I believe so.
That's a huge bitch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
he's not actually. He's the
not
exact
actually.
opposite of that,
Not
yeah.
actually. No.
I did. I was reading you guys the stats yesterday about how he holds the record for touchdown passes in college football. All those records he had, but he did play 6 years in college football. He did. For
He
real,
did. No,
right?
I know.
Yeah.
But Oregon was his third team, I think.
Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, obviously he's done some spectacular things, but he played a long time in college football. As we said yesterday, he's the Parker Fox of college football.
Brilliant.
That said, what is our offensive line going to look like, do you think, as of right now?
I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a hot mess.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we're thankful that Darisaw is going to be in there.
Mhm.
We know that we're not going to have a left guard, so we don't know what that's going to look like, considering all the other injuries. Who's going to start at center? I can't imagine that Kelly's going to be back. I mean, this is his second concussion in such a short season. And then, we have an MCL sprain with Brian O'Neill.
Yeah.
So I don't know, if it's going to be Rouse at tackle or they're going to put School at tackle. All I know is they'll probably take the same game plan that they had last week when Brian went down, and they'll have a lot of extra help out there.
Yeah.
I think Hawkinson was lined up in his sidecar next to the right tackle virtually every play.
And we have C.J. Ham back. That will help.
And we have C.J. Ham back, which is great. Yeah.
Hey, back to the concussions for a second and Ryan Kelly. We had Kelsey Cook on yesterday, and she mentioned that her and Chad Daniels a couple of weeks ago got into a car accident, and she dealt with a minor concussion the last couple of weeks.
Goodness.
And she's been trying to get extra sleep because she doesn't want to forget her jokes for her special on Saturday. And all I could think is, wow, this is a gal that's not in 2 days worried about 350-pound people trucking her.
Yeah.
She's going to do jokes, and she has to worry about a concussion. I just can't imagine what Ryan Kelly, with 2 concussions in 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're talking about that giant front of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
And you're going, man, how can you possibly do this? But again, I'm not a doctor. I have no idea what I'm talking about. It just sounds like that's a formula for disaster, but we'll see. I don't know. I'd be surprised, but I don't know like you said, Ben, what's the plan if he doesn't play? Because isn't Juergens also on the injury report with a hamstring issue or something?
Yep.
And I would say he doesn't play either.
So what the hell are we doing at center?
I don't know. I don't know if they really loved Huber. I don't know if he can make the calls. That's the other thing is Huber is body type is maybe built more for center, but I don't know if mentally he knows how to make the calls. That's a really hard thing against this front. Now, it's actually not a bad front to get ready for because it's going to be just a lot of 4-man rush. I mean, they will blitz, and they do blitz from depth, and it is a little tricky, and I understand all that stuff, but it's not I don't think that their defensive front is going to look like Chicago's did in the first game of the season, where you see a lot of guys mugging the line of scrimmage, and they're either rushing or they're dropping out. They're bluff bailing, or they're actually bluffing and rushing. So those are trickier situations as a center because now you really have to just I'm just going to declare which guy is going to be the mic, and then at that point in time we're going to set everything, and everything changes. Then I guess, if we have time, we'll change. But you don't always get a chance to do that. And I think with this front, because they don't move so much pre-snap, it's not a bad week to break somebody else in. I just don't know if Huber is going to be that type of guy.
I do believe in 20 minutes, I think they start practice, I believe Huber will be your center. I think he'll be learning to be making those calls as we speak.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and then the other thing is, they could, depending on how they feel about it, they could take some of that away from him now that, if we think that Wentz is going to be the quarterback again, which it sounds like all direction is seems like he's going to start again. They're going to give McCarthy another week off with his ankle injury. Then sometimes the quarterbacks are the ones that ultimately make that decision. There might be a preliminary point out, and there's a protection that's set. But if the quarterback feels something that differently, he can override what the center is thinking. So they might put more on him because he's a vet, and he would understand the blocking scheme's a little bit better than a rookie.
What about that guard? I mean, the kid, he's new to us, but he's a veteran.
The one that they just picked up?
No, I'm sorry, the Freeze.
Fries.
Oh, yeah, Fries, yeah, sorry.
Fries.
Mr. Freeze is what I call him. We're buddies.
Yeah.
As far as him making the calls?
Yeah, right.
He could. it's not necessarily something that typically happens, with a guard. Guards don't usually make those calls. It's funny how just sliding over one position can kind of like alter the communication style. So I don't know. I don't think that they go for that route. I could see, they're still going to lean on whoever the center is going to be, and then maybe a little bit more on Carson Wentz.
We're watching Fox 9 here. Jim's back out in the practice field. I never thought about the idea that they have to build a practice field of NFL regulation. That's crazy. They got
look around it. Can you see the outskirts of it? How beautiful it is surrounding it. It's picturesque as hell.
Field of Dreams football edition.
Yeah, it really is.
That's sweet. Crazy.
Yeah.
Hanbury Manor.
You can't believe it, man. You literally can't believe the history of this place and the entire. I sent you guys, I think, in the Power Trip chat, the picture I took of the sign that said, "We've been here for 9,000 years" on that little town we walked to. It's unreal how old this place is.
Yeah, it's a pretty good view there. That looks pretty nice. Good for Jim Rich and you guys.
Yeah.
And
he and Ben and I are looking at each other right now.
Yeah, well, pretty good view.
I got a pretty good view.
Yeah, thanks, pretty good. Appreciate you saying. I've been working on it.
Sometimes I feel ancient, like 9,000 years old.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah, you need Boniva for bone strength. Sally Field has been telling me about it forever.
I'd like to be regular, too. Is there anything I could do to be regular?
That's Activia. That's what Jamie Lee Curtis slings.
I need something for my Peyronie's disease.
You really do, by the way. I wonder he had to stand around the corner to show me his junk last night.
Sauce, what do you use? What could Ben use?
Peyronie's disease?
Sure.
I don't have Peyronie's disease.
Well, because you've been cured. What did you use, though?
I used Tough Actin Tenactin.
That doesn't work at all,
right.
bud. You're spraying the wrong thing.
Oh, whoops.
You got athlete's
worked.
wiener.
It worked.
Listen.
Didn't John Madden, he...
Boom!
Yeah, he
Boom.
was
Tough Actin.
He was the Tough Actin.
Yeah.
Yep. It was awesome.
We should break.
All right, let's do. We just did Vikings news, but we'll do Vikings news when we come back. Sure. Chris and Ben are in England. Why wouldn't we talk a little bit more about the Minnesota Vikings? Lots to get to with Ben and Chris after this Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
We have delays on I-35 northbound from County Road 46 to the Burnsville split. 35W slow northbound from the Burnsville split to McAndrews. There's a crash northbound at 82nd Street in the center lane. Traffic heavy from 98th. And it's slow northbound from 31st up to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rainbow Pest Experts.
A change in the weather can bring out wasps. Trust the team at Rainbow Pest Experts to protect your family from stings so you can enjoy your yarn for the rest of the season. Learn more about wasp control and how Rainbow is caring for your world at rainbowpestexperts.com.
Treasure Island Resort and Casino, TICasino.com. They're just the best, man. We love Treasure Island Resort and Casino on this show. And we love all the events, all the concerts, all the comedy. Things like Wheel of Fortune Live, 2 nights this month. You can go to TICasino.com for all the details. But look, we've been talking a lot about Wheel this week because the TV show has been on fire. But if you love the game show as much as some of us do and you want to be a part of it, you can be a part of Wheel of Fortune Live at Treasure Island Resort and Casino at the Island Event Center on Saturday, October 18th and Sunday, October 19th. Lots of options there. TICasino.com for more information. And why not make a weekend out of it? Get a hotel room and book that right now when you're getting tickets at TICasino.com. And then the following week, Friday, October 24th, Dane Cook returns to Treasure Island Resort and Casino to do some stand-up comedy. If you want to see Dane Cook, get tickets right now at Treasure Island's website, TICasino.com.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey. I got a question for you. If your bank was sold, does it feel like you got sold out? They just expect you to work with new policies and new onboarding, filling out form after form. That's exactly why now might be a great time to switch to Bell Bank. Bell is family and employee-owned, and they're here to stay, not to sell, here to stay. So if you have to make a change because your bank was sold, make a change on your terms. Do what I did a long time ago. Switch to Bell. Bell Bank. Member FDIC. Hey, it's Chris Hockey. Like me, thousands of satisfied homeowners have trusted builders and remodelers to improve the look and value of their home with new siding. B&R's design consultants simplify the decision with a wide selection of styles, colors, and custom options based on your vision and budget, including diamond coat siding with unlimited color options and an industry-best 30-year no-fade warranty. And for a limited time, save up to an additional $1,000 off any diamond coat siding project on top of B&R State Fair special savings of 5 years, no interest, or 20% off. Visit buildersandremodelers.com today.
Okay, class, why is now the perfect time to upgrade your furnace and AC system?
Because you can save up to $5,000. Or these incentives probably won't be around next year?
Correct, Jason. Here's a gold star.
Wait, how about upgrading now before the dry winter air arrives? I hear Pronto's got you covered with a free humidifier.
Another gold star for Jason.
Come on. Plus, peace of mind with Pronto's full coverage warranty. Get a free humidifier with every new system
at ProntoHeat.com.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here from my amazing friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. Let me set the scene for you. You got some kind of dip in the crock pot. You got some wings on the smoker, and then you remember you've put it off long enough, and now is the time you have to get up on a ladder and clean your gutters. Don't do that. I don't do that because I went to GutterHelmetMN.com, and I don't ever have to worry about getting up on a ladder. Do as my dad has done, Mark Parrish has done, and everyone else you know has done. Go to GutterHelmetMN.com right now and get up to 30% off any gutter system.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Hey, hunting season is here, and that means it's time for you and your truck to embark on all those great outdoor adventures. Now, before you head afield, get that ride of yours geared up at Radco. Tonneaus, hitches, flaps, and, of course, WeatherTech liners. Thousands of accessories in stock and ready for install. Keeping your gear safe and secure so you can focus on bagging your quarry. Find Metro and St. Cloud locations or shop online at radco.com. Radco, your truck, your way.
Looking for a local company that is thoughtfully compassionate when it comes to helping with your finances? Trust Blaze Credit Union for all your financial needs. Head to blazecu.com to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Touchdown!
Gophers, Ohio State, Saturday on the audio home for Gophers football. FM 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul, The Fan.
Vegas, baby. The power trip is headed back to Sin City October 23rd through the 26th. Fly how you want, stay where you want. It's Vegas your way. But just be sure to party with us at Tom's Watch Bar. We got a live broadcast, got a couple of football watch parties, your trip, your rules, but with the power trip, KFAN.com/Vegas.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. Tomorrow, Alicia Lewis of KARE 11 is going to play initials. She'll be here. We haven't seen her in a while. She had a baby or something, so she couldn't be a part of the tournament this summer. It's like, okay, lots of people have had babies.
Yeah.
No, but she'll be on tomorrow. She's awesome. $100,500 up for grabs. Just a little over $100K, no big deal. At 8:15 tomorrow. That'll be cool.
That'll be cool.
That'll be cool.
That'll be super fun.
But between right now and then, lots to talk about, lots to do, including napping. But that's later. Right now, let's talk to Ben and Chris. It's technically time for Vikings news.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Radco. Your truck accessories pro.
Did Ben leave? Did he just get the hell out of here?
Hey, he's sitting right there talking to Jim Rich right now.
Oh, must be
He's
nice.
going to walk back over here in just a second, yeah.
All right, cool.
He's doing research for you guys. He wants to know what's going on, and so he couldn't wait another second. He's getting the scuttlebutt. He's getting some butt. Did you get some butt, dude?
Do you guys feel better or worse about this week compared to last week against the Steelers? Because a lot of us thought we were going to beat the Steelers, and until the fourth quarter, this team couldn't get anything going. Do we feel better or worse this week?
I feel better about it.
Because it's Dylan Gabriel?
I
because
think it's
a
that.
Desperate team?
I don't think their offensive line is that good. They don't have a lot of offensive weapons. They should put a lot of pressure on that young quarterback. I feel better about this week.
Ben, what
Plus,
about you?
we've been there for 12 days.
Ben, do you feel better or worse about the Browns compared to last week and the Steelers?
Honestly, I feel worse about this week than I do last week.
What?
Because of the injuries?
Because of injuries. Yeah, I mean, defensively we couldn't generate much pressure based on their offensive scheme. Obviously, the ball was supposed to get out quickly, and Rodgers was great at that. So we couldn't get pressure. We didn't do enough to disrupt at the line of scrimmage to throw off the timing of those quick routes. And they were still able to expose some of the voids in our coverage. Now, that's defensively. And then offensively, we're going against a better defensive front. And we have a worse offensive line situation than we did last week. Now, the good thing is, though, last week we had to adjust on the fly on the sidelines with injuries. This week we can at least practice with the guys that we know they're going to be out there. And now let's cross our fingers that they don't get hurt, because if one of those guys gets hurt on the offensive line this week, wow, you might see Josh Oliver in there as a tackle or something. We might be going a lot of 13 personnel. I mean, CJ Hand might have to play center if that's the case. So I think because of so much uncertainty, I mean, this could be a 13-9 type of game.
Yuck.
And because I don't see either offenses really taking off. And I got a lot of respect for Judkins. I think that he runs really, really hard. I think that he's shown that he can run between the tackles and run on the edges. I know that Grenard he's probably not even on the injury report. If he is, I think he's fine. But like, I am concerned about him getting beat up so much during these games and not being 100%. And so if he can't stop the run and is not as effective on the edge as we've seen him in the past because of his whatever's banged up with him, and we've got Dallas Turner out there who's very spotty as well on some of the edge stuff. And we're facing a quarterback that they're probably going to be using with a bunch of RPOs and quarterback run game out on the edges. I don't know, guys. It's like I think it's going to be sloggy. I think it might be sloppy on both sides, and it might be a quote unquote defensive battle. And again, it might be a low scoring affair. I'm hoping that I'm guessing that we're going to end up on top. I just don't know how we're really going to do it.
So based on what you just said and things that you've heard KOC say in the last 48 hours. Are you in the camp that says that J.J. McCarthy, regardless of how Wentz plays on Sunday, will start against Philadelphia after the bye?
Yeah, that's kind of what it sounds like. Sounds like they're basically they have a plan with his ankle, and they're getting him involved with that plan slowly, and it sounds like he's progressing exactly the way that they want. It just doesn't sound like the verbiage does not sound like the plan was for him to get ready to play against the Browns. Now, if he's out here doing more and he's getting some reps and he's doing some actual quarterbacking, then, maybe he's just like the healthy number 2 that can come in if Wentz somehow gets hurt. But I think the plan is right now for him to be 100% fully healthy when they play the Eagles.
Yeah, agreed.
Yep, get him back in there.
No.
I'm with you guys. The thing is, like, what we don't all know is, like, what is the extent of his pain and what's the extent of the actual injury. And if they were saying it's going to be what would they say, 2 to 4 weeks or something like that initially, then we'd be definitely right at that 4-week mark when he comes back from the bye. But again, logically looking at this whole thing and knowing what a high ankle sprain feels like, and knowing that he played throughout the rest of the game with hardly a noticeable limp, I'd put that on the lesser severe high ankle sprain. Which I would say if he's healthy and he can push through it. Now I say healthy, quote unquote healthy, as like healthy in the NFL is not 100%. Healthy in the NFL is like, are you 85% and can go out there and play? I would like to think that he's at 85% now. And my hope was that he could play in this game to, again, knock the rust off his body against this team, and then take the bye week, and then that way you don't have to knock the rust off against the Eagles front seven.
Yeah, it looks. there's so much obviously going on with their offense. Are we going to be able to depend on our defense to create some scoring? Can we get Isaiah Rodgers to get a couple touchdowns for us again, right?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I talked about this pregame for both sides of the field with the Steelers and us. I mean, turnovers come in bunches usually. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I think the goal is to be consistent every game to have one or two takeaways, but it's not always the case. You might go a game or two where you get maybe one takeaway, and then all of a sudden you get four. And you're like, dang, and then you add it all up, and you're like, the averages look like it's like one or two a game. But in reality, it just comes in bunches. And so I did not expect us to come out again on fire and take the ball away. Now they did twice.
Yeah.
You know, they tipped the ball at the line of scrimmage and got a couple cheap interceptions. But it is going to take an effort like that. And that's kind of what I was talking to Jonathan Allen after the game. It's like, how difficult is that in game to not only want to rush the quarterback, but also know that you've got to be alert of quick game and three-step and maybe get your hands up. Oh, and by the way, you got to stop the run. I feel like now the defensive linemen play softer in those scenarios because you are wanting to take your attention to the quarterback versus the run game, and which is why we got, ran over a little bit this last game. So that's why I'm a little concerned by what Stefanski's game plan is going to be based on what he saw with the Steelers and the fact that they have a pretty high quality running back. Well, better than what the Steelers had last week, and you saw the way they ran the football.
And we're going to have to get our defensive line to get their hands in the sky as well because we're facing a quarterback that's 5'10".
And he's a lefty. Which is a whole different dynamic. When you're looking at some of his big runs from last year. I mean, he had a huge run against Oregon State last year. For like 60 yards, where he had just a RPO where he just kept it on the little read option where he kept it on the edge, and there he is out the gate running on the offensive left side. I mean, it's just the whole thing is just like me driving here in England. Everything's reversed, and everything's going to be geared towards that left side. So you're going to have to design some blitzes and things to attack his blind side, which is just a complete mirror image of what we normally do.
Hey, Ben, do you think
Yes,
there's
sir.
any frustration on this team with some of the star players?
I mean, why? Yeah, I guess why wouldn't there be? If I'm on this team and we're 2-2 and when we play well, we play well. Well, I guess first game was like we didn't play very well until the fourth quarter, but then you go out and just blow out a team, and then the other teams that we lose to, we get dominated at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Really. I'd be frustrated. I'd be like, what do we have here? Like, why are we so inconsistent? And again, talking to Thielen after the game, it sounds like the messaging from KOC was consistency in everything that they do. Personally, as far as groups go, coaches, everybody has to be more consistent. And that's different for everybody. I mean, I know it's like a lot of coach speak, but finding consistency in your routine and how you can play at the highest level every single day when we're on the road is difficult. And that's what he's asking these guys to do because nobody wants to see a schizophrenic team where you're up one day and then you're totally down the next.
And you know what's driving Coach the craziest, and I've heard this a couple of times, the penalties, the stupid, especially pre-snap penalties. I think his head's going to explode if we have more of that going on this week.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I've even, I know you guys have all heard and felt the same thing. All of our fan base is feeling the same thing. Like we're normally a very disciplined team,
right.
And I think we can all live with some of the physical plays that happen during the course of a play. Like there's always going to be a holding call. There's always going to be an aggressive block in the back. Now there's some egregious ones. I mean, on a punt return and you block a guy in the back 5 yards away from the ball carrier. It's just like, what are you doing? That's very clearly you see the numbers that there are some bonehead plays, but maybe those don't hurt as much if you don't have all these pre-snap penalties. And we saw the flop on the who got called for that? Was that?
It was Dallas, wasn't it?
No.
I know who
it was one of our DBs. I thought
Larry Reynolds.
It was Larry Reynolds.
Dusty Cowtown?
Oh, it must have been
Dusty. Dusty wasn't on the
Dusty
field.
was not.
No,
it was a different personnel group.
Steve
It was Murphy.
Lombardozzi?
Wasn't it Murphy?
Byron Murphy, maybe it was.
No,
I think it was Byron
Lombardozzi
Murphy.
didn't make the trip. He doesn't have a passport.
No, he doesn't have a passport.
I think
was it Skoranek actually hit him and then he turned and just like nudged him and the guy like did a soccer flop on the field and then he get called. So there are situations like that. You're like, come on, what are you doing? But again, you can live with those kind of one-offs if we didn't constantly commit all these pre-snap penalties.
Skronik sounds like one of those Bill Hader, Stefan bits, like New York's hottest nightclub is Skronik.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And then, God, I missed that bit. Bill Hader's the best.
Great bit.
Hey, Benjamin, since we only have you guys for a couple more minutes, what's it like being away from Twin Cities Live for so long? Again, I feel like I haven't seen you and Elizabeth pair up in months. My afternoons just aren't the same.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on,
thank
man?
you. Well,
Come on.
as you've noticed, Major League Baseball's preempted our show both Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yep, that sucked. Instant turn off.
Yeah, no,
Flip the
thank
channel.
you.
Sorry, Channel 5, but
didn't
I'm
know
off
Tommy
that.
was here.
I'm not watching baseball. Are you
What?
nuts?
Baseball's
I
great.
want to watch Twin Cities Live.
Ladies.
And the funny thing is, I think there's something else going on today. We have a show today, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be airing in every market because of baseball. So it's kind of a bizarre week. So it's actually a good week to miss because technically we've got 2 shows we got canceled, and then today's show is going to be a little different too. It's still going to be like regularly scheduled, and we're still going to have a bunch of guests and stuff on there. But I don't know if everybody's going to see it. So like, it's weird. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, Chris. The whole time, the 6-hour time change thing is just weird. I mean,
Everything's strange.
You're trying to communicate with people back home, trying to talk to my kids, trying to talk to my wife, trying to keep up with them. But it's like, by the time they get done with school, like I'm winding down for the day.
For sure.
And it's like, by the time they get done with all their activities after school, I'm going to bed.
Yeah. I hate to say this because, again, looking at the gift horse in the mouth, but I'm ready to come home. I love doing these trips, and this is awesome. And I know it's a huge honor to be involved in this, but it is a long time to be away from home, and it's it's odd. I feel like I'm not getting enough done, or I'm doing too much, or one or the other. It's an odd thing.
Travel guilt.
Yeah, well, I don't even know, man. It's just it's a weird thing that I feel like I should be doing way much more than I am, and taking advantage of things like that. But on the whole. There's lots going on back in the Twin Cities that I could be taking care of.
Isn't it weird, though? Like, when you go to a place like Europe, you feel like every moment you waste, you're wasting it. But then you go to Las Vegas, and you're like, I'm going to take a 4-hour nap, and it feels incredible.
The best.
A 4-hour nap in the middle of the day in England would be an absolute waste of a day.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even close.
You know what's kind of wild is there is, obviously, we all gain perspective when we do these trips like this, and no matter where you go in the world. But I was talking to a couple people. This was actually in Dublin, not so much here, but a couple of the locals. We're making small talk, and obviously by our accents and stuff, they all know that we're quote unquote foreigners, which is so weird because a side story. I was ordering dinner the other day when I was out on my own, out in the wild at the Cotswolds.
Ooh.
And the servers couldn't understand what I was saying, and I was so baffled by their confusion, and I'm like, man, that's how they feel. Anybody feels when they come over to America, and we just give them that side look, like, and then like they gave me the wrong drink.
Yeah.
So I was trying to order just a dirty martini. Like, I just want a dirty martini with Kettle One. Now, Kettle One was listed on their things. It was actually in one of their signature drinks. I'm like, I'll just do the Kettle One, but I'll do a dirty martini. And she was like, mumbled something, and I was like, just a martini, just a dirty martini. And she's like, okay. And she comes back with this pink, like, cosmopolitan looking drink.
Right.
Nailed it.
Yeah,
anyway,
perfect.
And I'm like, I don't know how that got so lost in translation. but the point of the story is, and they're getting really long-winded here, is that I was talking to some people in Dublin, and they're like, man, when we go to America, we just can't believe, like, all the places you can go and see, and it's all still America. They're like, your guys' country is so beautiful, and there's so many cool things to see. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, we just don't take advantage of some of the things. Like, they were blown away by the mountains, the fact that, like, we can just jump on a plane and just go see the mountains.
Yeah.
In our same country with no passport.
Sure. Yeah.
And we can go see something like the Grand Canyon, or like we have all this coastline, and we can go to so many beaches across both coasts.
Yeah.
And all of it is within just a quick plane flight. And we look at it as like such an inconvenience, like, I got to fly 3 hours to Florida, or like, I don't know. These people here would do it on a weekend.
Yeah, right.
And we're trying to plan out 7 to 10 days to go take advantage of something like that.
You just nailed something. I just figured it out. No, I just figured something out when he said that. You know what I miss the most, and I didn't realize it until you said it, man. I have to wait to be taken somewhere. I miss having my car.
Yeah.
And isn't that weird? Like to be free to go out, get in my car, and go where I need to go right now and get stuff done. That is the kind of freedom that I take for granted every day that I'm missing right now. The ability to go to the bookstore if I want to, or to drive to get something to eat, or to use my own toilet, or do whatever. You know what I mean? Like I miss that freedom of having a car. I do miss that.
So let me tell you,
first world problems, but all real things.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So when I rented the car and I went out west the last couple of days, so everything about it was stressful, right? I like driving on the wrong side of the road, the steering wheel on the right side of the car, like all of it was just so foreign, and like it took all my brain power just to make basically not crash my car. The thing is, though, I did have a moment there where I'm just on the actual their highway. It was like a 4-lane highway, so I felt comfortable because I'm like, okay, I'm just going with the flow of traffic. And I had that moment where I started playing music, and I'm like, this is nice. I relaxed, and I'm like, I don't care that I'm just sitting in a car and driving.
Right.
This feels so free. It's like I felt like I was riding a bicycle.
Sure.
You know that feeling of freedom when you're riding a bicycle?
Completely, yeah. Right.
I felt like that when I was driving the car. I'm like, this is so much better than just being cooped up in my hotel room.
Right.
And I don't even care that I'm still sitting. I'm not doing anything. But this is really enjoyable.
Well, and I'll tell you, there's always the danger over here, too, guys. And it's a real, very real danger.
Pit vipers?
No, of PA tickling your sides at any moment. I mean, honestly, we're with PA this entire time, and you just never know when he's going to look over the top of the toilet at you.
That's not fair.
He watch you again?
Yeah, well, I don't know. He may be watching me right now. I just take for granted he's always there.
Don't you guys love, last thing, and we'll let you go, and I know you guys are going to go for the day. I always feel like international travel is a little bit like a New Year's resolution. When you're on vacation, you get the perspective, right? You're like, man, you know what? I should spend more time outside. I should walk more. I should reach out to so-and-so. Maybe I should be nicer to Sauce on the air.
What?
And then you get home, and that lasts about 24 hours, and you fall right back into the old routine, and you're like, I'm never going outside. Sauce is an idiot. I got to rip him constantly. You know, like, I love that moment when you're overseas, and you're like, I need to change my life, just like Jan 1.
Yeah.
Never sticks.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I could live here because of the weather, but other than that, I miss America.
Yeah. It's the best, man.
I miss America.
All
Well,
right.
I miss you guys.
Chris, see you
I
tomorrow
miss you
morning,
too.
though,
Don't-
correct?
Yep, I'll be on
All right.
tomorrow morning. Don't forget to thank Bell Bank when you have Tom Pelissero on here at 8:20, okay?
You got it. All right, Benjamin, Chris, have fun, man. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. Fan 5 in a second. Tom Pelissero in like 15 minutes. This is the Power Trip. Morning show on the Fan.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the 1-800-ASK-GARY Traffic Center.
We have delays on 94 westbound from Carmichael to the Hudson Bridge, westbound from White Bear to 35E, and from Cedar Avenue to Hennepin-Lyndale. Eastbound 94 slow from Brockton Lane to Weaver Lake and from Olson Memorial to 394. 494 heavy eastbound from East Bush Lake to Highway 100. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest Total Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. Visit roberthalf.com/Twin Cities. No one knows Twin City businesses like locals. With decades of experience here in the Twin Cities, Robert Half connects skilled professionals in finance, technology, administrative, and more. Visit roberthalf.com/Twin Cities.
Mesh Besher and Spence. The lawyer you choose makes a difference. Mesh Besher and Spence. The lawyer you choose makes a difference.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here for my friends at Gutter Helmet and GutterHelmetMN.com. They've partnered with Helmet for Heroes. We at Gutter Helmet of Minnesota want to give back to an extraordinary veteran that has been willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for our country to provide us with the freedoms that this great country offers. As a thank you for your service, we will be installing a Gutter Helmet system for one selected patriot this upcoming Veterans Day. All you got to do is go to GutterHelmetMN.com/Helmet for Heroes. You can enter until October 4th, thanks to GutterHelmetMN.com.
Know what happy is? Veggies. Crunchy, crispy, colorful, seasonal, aromatic, juicy veggies. Produce at its freshest. Cub produce. Best produce, period. Guaranteed to make you happy or will replace it. No questions asked. Because good produce makes veggie lovers happy. Just remember, fresh, happy. Stale, limp, and wilted, not happy. You want to make a veggie lover happy? Shop Cub for produce and shop happy.
We hear it every day. I'm a safe driver. Then in an instant, it happens. A car crash. And you remember, for over 25 years, 1-800-ASK-GARY has helped over 350,000 people find the legal and medical help they need to get the settlement they deserve. You remember 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Okay, class, why is now the perfect time to upgrade your furnace and AC system?
Because you can save up to $5,000. Or these incentives probably won't be around next year.
Correct, Jason. Here's a gold star.
Wait, how about upgrading now before the dry winter air arrives? Your Pronto's got you covered with a free humidifier.
Another gold star for Jason.
Come on. Plus, peace of mind with Pronto's full coverage warranty. Get a free humidifier with every new system
at ProntoHeat.com.
At Advent, nasal congestion and sinus infections can be solved with an in-office 20-minute procedure. Elsewhere, expect surgery.
651 Carpets Plus has the savings rolling with their back-to-school sale. Buy one room of carpet, get the rest free. Next day installs, deep discount remnants, and granite countertops too. 651-227-7387 or 651carpets.com.
Looking for a local company that is thoughtfully compassionate when it comes to helping with your finances? Trust Blaze Credit Union for all your financial needs. Head to blazecu.com to learn more. Insured by NCUA.
From the LevelMN.com Weather Center.
This report is sponsored by Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
It's Dan Barrero here, and cold weather won't wait, and neither should you. Standard Heating, your authorized York dealer, has $30 off furnace tune-ups this October with same-day or next-day availability. Book now at standardheating.com and mention Barrero.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Fan forecast.
High in the mid-80s today under sunny skies.
Bumper to Bumper with Dan Barrero. Weekdays at 3 on FM 100.3 KFAN. The Fan.
KFAN welcomes Trans-Siberian Orchestra for two amazing shows at Target Center on December 28th at 3 and 7:30 p.m. Tickets are on sale now. Get the show details, including a link to the tickets at KFAN.com, keyword calendar. Link to buy tickets at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
All right, let's dive into Fan 5 because we got to talk to Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network in the next segment.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, thanks, Builders and Remodelers. In fact, Sauce, one of the first questions we can ask Tom Pelissero in the next segment has nothing to do with Vikings football, although we can talk a lot about the Vikings and the Browns in the next segment. But, this year we started a Power Trip Survivor.
Yes, we did.
Mainly because I won the Charge Challenge and you guys didn't want me to have immunity. That's fine. And
we couldn't think of any punishment.
There's always that. The picks this week are a little bit interesting. I did switch to the last second.
Yeah.
The Niners are decimated, so I swapped. I had the Cardinals all week, and then this morning I changed to the Rams. I'm like, look, the Rams better win tonight when they have Mac Jones and nobody else. So about half the teams left are on the Cardinals.
Yep.
The other half are on the Rams.
Yep.
And as you just heard, Chris made his picks earlier in the week for the rest of the season. He wanted to make sure that he didn't go Marnie on it and forget. So he made picks for the rest of the year. It looks like he forgot. Because he has the Ravens, which on paper, Ravens versus what, Texans?
Texans, who are both 1-3.
Right, not a bad pick, right? The Ravens are the better team of the two, but Lamar might not play.
And
so we're talking about Cooper Rush and essentially a coin flip.
And
I don't think he knows that.
The Vikings version of the injury report is the Ravens. They're extremely banged up.
Yep.
They're a 1.5 underdog at home.
So one of the 1.5 underdog at home, and Chris has them in Survivor.
Against a team that,
Again, if Lamar plays, they're going to win. But if he doesn't, Chris might be out because he essentially fell asleep at the wheel, which happens.
Well,
that's fun.
And he doesn't care.
Hey, by the way, we've been talking all week about how the over-under for the Vikings-Browns is at 36.5, right? Lowest of the week. ProFootballTalk.com did a story. It's the lowest of the season so far through 5 weeks. Not just this week. That is the lowest total of the 2025 NFL season, 36.5. The previous low for this season was week 1, Steelers and Jets was 38. And that easily hit the over at 34-32. Paul, your hands up.
Both of their starting cornerbacks did not practice. Their best defensive player, Kyle Hamilton, is limited. Their best run stopper they put on the IR, I think season-ending IR on Tuesday. Lamar Jackson did not practice. One of their tackles was limited. Another defensive player was limited. Their center was limited. And then their fullback, who is their best guy that blocks for Derrick Henry, he didn't practice with a calf injury. Their inside linebacker didn't practice, and their starting left tackle didn't practice.
Well, they
have 14 people on the IR.
If the depleted Niners win tonight or the terrible, terrible Titans win on Sunday, we're going to lose half the field either way.
Yeah.
If Chris fell asleep at the wheel and the Ravens find a way to lose because Cooper Rush can't get it done, we could be down to 3 people by Monday.
It was last week. I don't know why. Who did the Titans played somebody last week who I was playing in fantasy? Doesn't matter. And that is a horrifically bad team.
Yeah, they've lost, 10 in a row, dating back to last year, something like that, 10 or 11?
They've lost 20-12, 33-19, 41-20, and 26-0.
Yep. Fun.
Took Baltimore. I mean, I'm out. What do I have to say?
The only reason I switched is because I know the Cardinals aren't great and the Titans are terrible.
Talked you into it a little.
Well, the injury report talked me into it. It's if Mac Jones had Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall tonight, I probably would not have switched.
No.
But he's got no options. He's got McCaffrey and nobody else.
The defensive line of the Rams is very good. And
they're just really short.
It'll be over by Thursday. You got that going for you.
That's a good point. Then even if I'm out, I can just stop worrying about it.
Then on Sunday, you can cheer for Houston.
Fair.
The Ravens? Hogs. The Ravens?
Yeah, the Ravens. The Gophers take on number 1 Ohio State. 6:30 this Saturday right here on the Fan, your home for Golden Gopher football. The Ohio State Buckeyes are 23.5-point favorites. They are 4-0. The Gophers are 3-1.
Yeah.
You got to watch, right? Like I said, I just hope it doesn't screw up the SNL.
Yeah,
start at 10:30, right on time. Don't push the 11 o'clock or the 10 o'clock news back. I hate that garbage. Get that game done in time so we can start the news at 10, SNL at 10:30.
Yeah, I think as Kenzemius broke down earlier, this is a hammer of an Ohio State team. They are good everywhere. Defensively, they're outstanding. It'll be loud. I think he said off the air, one of all the 3rd and longs their defense has faced, they've given up 3rd and 6 or longer. They've given up 1.
Well, and we're the opposite, right? All the numbers about 3rd and long, the Vikings have essentially not converted all year long.
Are you
talking about the Gophers? Sorry.
Did you say the Gophers?
Yeah, and then I do went meat sauce on it.
That's
for
okay.
sure.
Hey, I thought I wasn't listening.
Nope,
and then you
I
weren't
wasn't listening.
It
I
was
meat
the
sauced
Matrix.
it. Nope, I completely meat sauced that one. So they've given up 1 3rd and long all year.
All year, 3rd and 6 or longer. I think Kenzemius said off the air, Ohio State has given up 1.
And what is the number? 5.5 points a game.
Yep.
They've given up.
Yep.
Yep. They haven't faced Drake Lindsay.
No, they haven't. And he was very good. Very good. But the Rutgers secondary is terrible. But he still looked great.
I did not care for the fact that Ben basically is like, Myles Garrett's playing.
Yeah.
He's probably right.
I didn't think he'd say he'd be more worried about this game than I didn't think he would. That kind of caught me off guard. How about this quickly for a thing that nobody but like 4 people care about? So in the NFL draft this year, the Browns had the 2nd pick. They moved back from 2 to 5 and got a 1st-round pick in next year's draft and got the 5th overall pick. They took Mason Graham. The Jags traded up and got Travis Hunter. There are reports already that Travis Hunter is a bust. And that's.
Well, are you seeing how little he's playing on defense?
Barely, but he's not,
barely playing on offense.
He barely plays.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. They gave up a ton to take him, and a lot of people took him high in fantasy leagues because of a lot of people said that he was the best wide receiver in the draft. He barely plays. I think the best play he has so far in 4 or 5 games is his blocking on a 3rd down or whatever. It's a weird bit.
I haven't seen him play at all yet this year. All I remember, though, is what people were concerned about beforehand, that if you're going to take him in the top 5, he has to be either an elite receiver or an elite cornerback. You can't just be really good at both, because that's a cool gimmick. You're like, oh, cool, a really good wide receiver, a really good corner. If you're not a shutdown corner or a game-changing wide receiver, you can't take either in the top 5.
Right.
So if that's what he is, I know it's early. It's 4 games, but hey, and the Jags are better than we all thought, too.
Yeah. They have a good coach, man.
Think if he gets better, because so far it's trending the right way. I don't know if this is one of those revival renaissance years for Trevor Lawrence or not, but everybody's really down on Trevor Lawrence. But the Jags are playing pretty well so far.
They're 3-1, and who do they?
In a terrible division as well.
In a really bad division, and who do they play this weekend? Hang on one second. Hang on, one of us.
The Gophers.
They do. They're 45-point favorites. They play. Hang on. Who do they play?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
We'll talk to Tom Pelissero in a second.
Know.
We'll ask him about the Lamar Jackson situation, see if Chris is screwed. We'll talk about the Minnesota Vikings injury report and the Browns game Sunday morning right here on the Fan. 8:30 kickoff, again 6:30 pregame with Muss and the rest of the Vikings pregame show, including Hawk and Sauce around 7:15. Should I set my alarm for 7:14 just in case I oversleep? Because I normally get up about 6 on Sunday.
Same.
The old body clock wakes me up, so I'll be up before that. But
it'll be great.
I'm going to set my alarm for 7:14 just in case, Paul.
Yeah.
Because I want to hear you.
Oh, that's kind of you.
I'll probably just oversleep. I don't know. Tom Pelissero next.
The Fan. FM 100.3 KFAN and 2 Men and a Junk Truck want to help you win $1,000. Your shot to win happens every weekday on The Fan. The Fan.
Got junk? Need it gone fast? Look no further than my friends at 2 Men and a Junk Truck. They're your local experts in junk removal. Whether it's old furniture, electronics, or clutter from the garage, they've got you covered. Head to 2menandajuncktruck.com today to schedule your junk removal service.
Think about it. You take thousands of steps every day. Shouldn't every single one of them feel amazing? Well, with Arch Fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins, they can. Skechers teamed up with podiatrists to design a shoe that provides amazing arch support for all-day comfort. And best of all, you get all this comfort, stability, and support with the ease of Skechers slip-ins technology. Just slip them on. There's no bending down and no struggling to tie your shoes. Just step in and go. Try Arch Fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever comfortable footwear is sold.
With great deals coming this Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th, greatness is a deal away. So if you love baking, you can get a deal on a new mixer, transforming you into the Lord of the Loaves.
Hear ye! Make way for the baron of brioche, the sultan of sourdough, the Lord of the Loaves, Prime Member Dave!
Yeah, hi? Get up to 40% off with Prime Big Deal Days, October 7th and 8th.
Lock in with your favorite teams with play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can react and join the conversation. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, Power Trip Morning Show for Zero Res. Look, it's football season. It's well underway. When people come over to watch the big game, you don't want that dirt, the grime, the spills showing up in your carpet. Call 952-ZERO-RES and have my carpet cleaning heroes at Zero Res come over to your house. Before that big football viewing party, Zero Res could basically clean every surface in your home. Carpets, tile, rugs, upholstery. It can all be Zero Resified. And right now you can get your entire home Zero Resified from Minnesota's ultimate carpet cleaner and get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned starting at just $129. And don't forget all the stuff that builds up in your air duct system. This month you can take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Now look, Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google with over 21,000 reviews. So before you have people over to watch your favorite team, have my favorite team of carpet cleaners out to your house as soon as possible. Schedule your appointment at ZeroResMinnesota.com or call 952-ZERO-RES and ask for the KFAN special. Spell it backward or forward, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Inc. card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Do you actually know ball? Well, come prove it with a free $10 from Better Picks. Download the Better app, pick more or less on player stats, watch the games, and win cash. It's that simple. Must be 21 or older in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Better Picks. Sports just got better.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey, and a lot of us are trying to hold on to summer for a few more weeks. And for builders and remodelers, that means offering you multiple ways to save with extended State Fair savings. Right now, qualified buyers get 5 years no-interest financing or save 20% off any siding or roofing project. Need new doors or windows? Builders and Remodelers has you covered. Save 25% or get 5 years no-interest financing on any windows or door project. Just go to buildersandremodelers.com today. That's buildersandremodelers.com. Proud partner of your Minnesota Twins. Nobody does it better.
In St. Pete, Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah. And they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the grouper capital of the world.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay. In St. Pete, Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
You depend on CenterPoint Energy to deliver energy for what matters most. To you, your neighbors, and throughout the land of 10,000 lakes. So we can all make a better tomorrow. That's why we're investing in the latest technology to reduce emissions, offer rebates on qualifying energy-efficient natural gas equipment, and provide energy-saving programs that help save you money. Look ahead at centerpointenergy.com/futuremn.
I'm Angela Warner, and at Warner Stellian, we celebrate customer appreciation all the time. After all, our customer support is the reason our specialists get to keep learning about the latest appliances. Our customers are the reason we get to employ our own installation and repair technicians. Our customers are the reason we have top-rated appliances in stock at guaranteed low prices. And through October 15th, we're thanking you with an extra $100 to $500 off sale prices. Thank you for making Warner Stellian Minnesota's appliance specialist.
Meat Sauce here for my amazing friends at 7th Avenue Pizza. They offer fresh ingredients, thin crust. They are family-owned. It's my favorite pizza. The sauce is incredible. The best part about 7th Avenue Pizza, you can find 7th Avenue Pizza at Cashwise Foods.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
All your favorite KFAN shows are also your favorite podcasts. Listen back on iHeartRadio and KFAN.com. Presented by Builders and Remodelers.
Hey, Rubes. This football season, Bell Bank is giving one KFAN listener each week $1,000 to pay it forward to a charity of their choice. Just head over to KFAN.com, keyword contest, to learn more and enter today. That's KFAN.com, keyword contest. And by the way, this week's Bell Bank charity is Firefighters for Healing. Kenzie Silva won, and Firefighters for Healing supports burn survivors and their families, firefighters and first responders. They seek to support guidance and education and comfort in ways that care professionals and insurance companies are unable.
All right, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show. It is Thursday, a little after 8:20. It's 8:25, which means it's time for Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank.
Hey!
Good morning, Tom. How are you?
Good morning. I am fantastic. How are you guys doing?
We're just doing fantastically well as well. Ben Lieber is in England. Chris Hockey is in England. I don't know why you can't get sent to England. NFL Network's got a budget for that. You could have done the double Ireland-England trip, but whatever. It looks like you're stuck at home.
No comment, Corey.
Okay.
We'll move on to the next part.
Okay. Let's start with this. So we were just talking last segment that, we have a Power Trip survivor this year, and Chris took Baltimore, and we're pretty convinced he took him like 4 days ago.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris realizes that Lamar Jackson might not play and that Cooper Rush might start. What is the latest that you're hearing? Is Lamar slated to start or not on Sunday?
Well, I mean, here's what we know. He has a hamstring injury. John Harbaugh said there was no way he could have gone back into that game, even if the score were more competitive last week. Knowing Lamar's play style, it's hard to imagine that a hamstring injury that keeps you from returning to a game on one Sunday is magically going to heal enough for you to be out there the following Sunday. Having said that, there are a lot of examples through the course of time of Lamar Jackson not practicing most of the week and then just kind of magically healing himself and being able to be out there, whether it was through illness or injury. So it bears monitoring. We'll see if he practices at all. I would not think that he would play without practicing. And you also have to look at the schedule. They've got a bye in week 7. Hamstring injuries, I mean, depending on the grade, obviously there's some that are very severe, but even if it's a, kind of a lower grade type of hamstring, giving a guy 3 weeks off with a bye here is probably the smart thing to do. It just comes at this inflection point in the Ravens season where, if they drop these next 2 games, they're in a 1-5 hole and you're trying to climb out of it. This is also why, for the first time in a long time, they invested in a backup quarterback. They've kind of cycled through these guys, the Snoop Huntleys of the world for years. With Cooper Rush, they paid him. He got a legit, I believe it was a 2-year deal to come in there. And that was in part because, he's won a lot of games in the league. He's had to play in Dallas. You look at his record as a starter. I mean, at minimum, he's able to keep you competitive with a backup quarterback. You're just hoping that guy can really go 500 in the short term for you. The fascinating part about that, though, is Cooper Rush definitely does not play the same way as Lamar Jackson. I mean, it is a pure pocket passing type of an offense, so they'd have to do a lot of things differently here. I would say right now, Thursday morning, if I had to guess, I would say that you're going to be holding your you-know-whats about Cooper Rush trying to keep you in that survivor pool.
Yeah, it's crazy, too, because, the Ravens are one of those teams on paper. They are a Super Bowl contending team. They just have had a couple of weird games. They have some injuries. Right. They are the 6th best odds of winning the Super Bowl, and they're 1-3. Wow. They're 11-1. And I think most of it's, Tom, because you look at that division, right? Joe Burrow's not coming back anytime soon. Cleveland's a mess, as we're going to see this weekend. Pittsburgh's 3-1, but I don't know if anybody actually believes in Pittsburgh. So the division is theirs to take even at 1-3. And again, only the Bills, Eagles, Packers, Lions, and Chiefs have better odds than the Ravens.
Well, and you'd also say the only game where they've been outclassed was this past week. I mean, the Chiefs just played better. They got Xavier Worthy back. They were the better team. The other 2 games, I mean, not to pin it on one guy, but Derrick Henry fumbles in both those games. And it's, they easily could be 3-1, but for one of your best players coughing up the football. The real issue for Baltimore, though, is that defense. I mean, they've been terrible, but then you look at their injury report and you realize, at least part of the reason they've been terrible. I mean, I want to say they had, like 9 returning Pro Bowl players from a year ago, and like 6 of them are hurt right now. I mean, there's all kinds of Marlon Humphrey's not going to play this week. Probably going to be out for a couple of weeks. Roquan Smith is out right now. Nanda Madubuike is out for the season, which is a big deal. Kyle Van Noy's been out. I mean, you're going like a who's who of who's on that team. Nate Wiggins got banged up last week. I mean, that's a ton of your starters on defense. They're patchworking it. You may have to go out there and score 40 points every week right now with where they are from an injury perspective. And without Lamar Jackson, it's going to be a lot harder to do.
Hey, Tom, yesterday I think it was yesterday that they named Dylan Gabriel the starter, and then they were interviewing Shedeur Sanders in the locker room, and he did this like miming bit. What do you make of all of that and kind of the way that Sanders has handled this whole situation?
I want to say this carefully here, Sauce, but I think that every week that passes, you see another reason that Shedeur Sanders won the 5th round. And that's not because he can't play. It's, and it's, in hindsight, there was all this pushback on it's not going to be a problem. You're not going to deal with it. People are overthinking it. And, it's like last week he comes out and says, hey, most teams be starting me right now, but, I guess not here. And, and then that gets some blowback. And then so yesterday he goes and, is conducting an interview, but not actually talking. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And it's just
very weird.
With a 3rd string quarterback. Who doesn't love your 3rd string quarterback to be the center of attention? This should be a big day for Dylan Gabriel stepping in, getting his opportunity. A guy that they really like. I mean, if you think about how Kevin Stefanski wants to play offense, it's just see it and rip it. It's rhythm passing. Guys are going to be open. Just get the ball out of your hands. That's not really Shedeur's game. Shedeur's an extend the plays, try to create something down the field player. He did have some success, obviously, in that, that preseason opener. It's preseason, but it was impressive. It's the reason that he's still on the roster right now, even though the following week he was banged up and didn't play in the 2nd preseason game. But with Dylan Gabriel, he's the guy who profiles like a Kevin Stefanski quarterback. The only reason that he fell to the third round was size. He's 5'11". He's not the shortest quarterback in the NFL. Guys like Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray have played good football at a reduced height. But, that's just something that works against him. Plus, he's a left-handed quarterback. That's not for everyone. But the way that the Browns look at it as this guy might be Bo Nix, just a few inches shorter. If he can play that same way, he's played a ton of football. He broke Bo Nix's record for college starts. He broke his record for total. He had 188 total touchdowns, 6 years of college. I don't know how many degrees he came out with, but he had a lot of productivity at the college level. Let's see. The other issue here is the moment that Dillon Gabriel gets on the field, it does start the clock ticking from a public and media perception standpoint of when is Shedeur going to get a shot. Shedeur was never going to leapfrog Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel was the third-round pick. Shedeur was the fifth. They both had good moments. They both had rocky moments through the course of camp. And, now the Dillon Gabriel gets his shot. But that, it won't be as much of a factor this week in London. But when they come back to Cleveland, and if Gabriel, has some bumps in the road, people are going to be calling for Shedeur. There's going to be more Shedeur Sanders jerseys in the crowd than Dillon Gabriel jerseys. And that's just a fact. So it was a really weird, it's a weird thing to do. Like it's not damaging, the other scenario would have been he comes out and just says, well, I should be starting over Dillon Gabriel, which is a bigger problem, but It's still weird. And it's just part of this pattern of, whether it's a lack of self-awareness or a lack of maturity, it's just kind of, he keeps putting himself in situations where we're talking about someone who just from an organizational standpoint, you generally don't want to be being talked about, which is your third string quarterback.
Yeah, and self-awareness is the key because what ESPN was saying yesterday was that his mime stunt was in response to Rex Ryan basically saying Shedeur Sanders should keep his mouth shut and stop talking.
So, and Rex was, I watched that clip yesterday.
Right.
That's over the top. Listen,
sure.
I get it. Rex is a former, coach in the league. That felt to me, I'm not criticizing Rex, but It felt like we were going over the line into the personal area, which is, going back to the pre-draft process where I caught a lot of flack for the things that I reported and wrote, just talking to people within the league. But those were the objectively true facts. People did not have good interactions with Shedeur Sanders in the pre-draft process. There were questions about how is he going to function outside an environment where his dad's his coach, like he has been since going back to high school and youth football. The accountability structures are just different when now you're in a different building. And, whether it's, these are minor transgressions, but they're part of the broader picture. You go out and you get two, high level of speeding tickets, early on through the thing. You have multiple, little injuries that pop up. I don't know, is he, fully taking care of his body the way that he needs to? Is he just kind of get away with the same stuff he did in college? I don't have the answers to that, but, what he said last week, what he didn't say yesterday, it's just, these are just all part of the Shedeur Sanders experience. Yeah. I have no doubt. Listen, I believe we'll see Shedeur Sanders play at some point this season. Jimmy Haslam said that back in camp. He said, we got to see these guys. And that is part of a bigger picture here, which is a Browns team that whether they call it a rebuild or not, they're rebuilding. Their draft class has been really good. Mason Graham, Carson Schlesinger is a dude. He's been unbelievable. Quinshon Judkins, now that he's on the field, the other back that they took, Harold Fannin, Isaiah Bond, who they signed as an undrafted free agent, those are building block type of pieces. You got to figure out, do you have something in Dillon Gabriel? Do you have something in Shedeur Sanders? If you don't, you're sitting on 2 first-round picks next year because you got the Jaguars pick from the Travis Hunter trade. And the Browns pick might be a pretty high one, depending how, the rest of the season goes here. You're going to have the opportunity to go out and draft a quarterback in 2026. You have to get an evaluation for 2025. And to the extent that anybody's focused in on, well, why isn't Shedeur the 2? Shedeur should not want to be the 2 this week. You should not want to be in a position where you didn't get any of the reps. They're giving all the reps to Dillon Gabriel this week. You shouldn't want it to be, hey, third quarter, it's a competitive game. Shedeur, go out there and you haven't thrown to any of these guys all week and you're completely going off mental reps. You shouldn't want that. When it's Shedeur Sanders' time, he'll ascend to a different position on the depth chart. Right now, he's still the 3. And I'm really fascinated to see what Dillon Gabriel can do as the first rookie quarterback to ever make his first start in an international game. And, going up against the Brian Flores defense. It should be fun.
Not to keep hammering Shedeur because we've already talked 10 minutes more about him than we probably should have, but just to go back to the Rex Ryan thing, if Rex Ryan says basically, hey, Shedeur, keep your mouth shut, we don't need to hear from him, and you want to do the mime trick and troll him, if you're Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, if you're an established quarterback, we could sit here and go, is it worth it, getting into a meme fight or a mime fight in this case, I guess, with Rex Ryan? You'd say just move on. but it just looks so like a lack of self-awareness where it should be about Dylan Gabriel and your opportunities, and
you're on a team.
You're on a team, but instead you're worried about what Rex Ryan is saying about, and you're acknowledging that he's getting to you by doing the mime thing. I don't know, man. He can't help himself, and that's what basically I saw the entire panel on that show yesterday say is like Shadur's just got to get somebody in his ear to say like, would you stop worrying about everything else and just go freaking play football? But I don't know if the kid's ever gonna get it.
It was out of his own mouth last week. Other places I'd be playing a lot of people be playing me now, but I'm not playing here. Well, I mean, you told multiple teams not to draft you, including the Ravens, who this week, need a backup quarterback to play. Now, it probably would have been Cooper Rush. They'd already signed him by the time we got to the draft. But, you chose, to a degree, you at least tried to influence the process once he wasn't a high draft pick to try to get to a place where he thought he had a shot to get on the field. But listen, 5th-round quarterbacks don't start. It doesn't happen. It's extremely rare, that you have a Brock Purdy, which was, I believe, during his first year, or you have a Tom Brady who really got his opportunity in his, second year. Like, there's just not a lot of opportunities or, instances of that through the course of time. You're in this spot, man. Like it's again, I don't want to hammer Shador because everybody says like he's not a bad guy. Like people like him. Everything I've heard in the building, they kind of shrug their shoulders and shake their heads at this stuff. But like he's good on a day-to-day basis. But my question would just be, how hard is it to, when you're asked about it, just go, hey man, love Dylan Gabriel, fired up for him. My opportunity's coming, but I'm gonna do everything to support him this week. That's it. Yeah. We'd all love the more interesting answers, but is a mime routine going to help you in the big picture? No. I don't know that any of these things help you in the big picture.
Hey, Tom, how do you think the Travis Hunter experiment is going?
Well, he's got, I think, 13 catches, no touchdowns, and he's defended 1 pass on defense. So you'd say right now that you're not getting maybe the instant impact, the splash that you would anticipate getting from any player at a skill position up at the top of the draft. I think it's way too soon to say this is a bust. They made a mistake to trade up for him. I mean, Travis Hunter is taking on something we've never seen anyone take on. He's playing offense one half, defense another half. He's going back and forth. He's playing like 80 snaps a game. That's a challenge, man. And it goes back to something that, as much as Travis kept saying in the pre-draft process, I can do it. I played 140 snaps, 160 snaps a game in college. I can do it in the pros. Absolutely want to do it. I talked to a lot of coaches, head coaches about this, and everybody had different things that they raised of like how hard this is going to be. It's not just the stamina and the conditioning. Travis Hunter clearly has that part, but it's the detail. Anytime you're a rookie coming into the league, the detail that goes into route running and the nuances of the offense and the checks, or defensively, all the checks that you're making there and the nuances and the detail of your technique, like it's a round the clock type of an undertaking. Now you're trying to do that double. You're trying to play both positions. The reason that they trade up to number 2 is they thought they've got a really unique guy who's going to be able to impact the game in both ways. I'm not going to sit here after 4 games and question the way that they went about it. It'll be interesting to see as the season goes on, coming out of the bye, going into year 2, do they adjust some things in terms of, what they're putting on his plate? But right now, I mean, the guy's drinking from a fire hose. We know that he's a really talented player. He's not the biggest guy on the field, and he never will be, but he competes. He's certainly got ball skills. Let's see, do they kind of, utilize him in different ways? I'd also mention, this is not like it's a bad Jaguars team. They're winning games right now. So what they're doing in the big picture, clearly is working. But listen, he's on a team right now where Travis Etienne's been one of the most fascinating stories in the entire league this year, going from a guy that people didn't even think was going to start to be one of the top backs in the league. You got Brian Thomas Jr. there. You've got Brenton Strange. You got a lot of mouths to feed on offense, and defensively, they got other guys that they're trying to get going. Like, I get it. There's a plan. It's not a 4-game plan. It's a 4-year plan. Let's see where this thing goes. But, to the extent of what do we think we were going to get, we probably thought we were going to get a bunch of highlights, a bunch of viral plays. That hasn't happened yet. I imagine that they're coming at some point here, but he's taken on a lot, and you're probably seeing a little bit of that.
All right, final thing or two for Tom Pelissero, NFL Network. Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank. Again, Vikings and Browns, Sunday, 8:30 right here on the Fan, 6:30 pregame. What are you looking for? What did I say?
And NFL Network. You said it on the fan. Yeah, I
thought I dropped ESPN or something. And you're like,
no, you can listen to PA and have the sound off. Although I guess ratings aren't impacted by sound. So sure, mute our guys.
There you go. All right, so 6:30 pregame, 8:30 kickoff. What are you watching for? What injuries concern you on both sides? What strategies should both teams be employing based on who they're facing Sunday morning?
Well, the Vikings injury situation is not great. I mean, the offensive line, Brian Kelly's not going to play this week. Obviously, the rookie guard is not going to play this week. And Brian O'Neill's not going to play. So your backup center also, Juergens is still not practicing either. So you might have a third string center and a backup guard and a backup right tackle in front of Carson Wentz against what might be the best defense in the league. And that's not hyperbole. I know Myles Garrett didn't practice yesterday because of an ankle. Myles has a lot of Wednesdays off. If he's not out there the next couple of days, I'll get concerned. But there's a lot of weeks where Myles isn't practicing on Wednesdays. They're, by and large, obviously they've got some guys that haven't been available all season for them. But by and large, they're pretty healthy on that side of the ball. And again, they got some young guys who are really impressive on that defense as well. So the offensive line is the biggest concern to me. How they use Myles Garrett. Obviously, Christian Darrisaw is rounding into form here, probably getting closer to 100% than he was when he first went out there. That's a good thing. But anytime you got three backup offensive linemen, that's a huge concern. To me, if I'm Kevin O'Connell, this is kind of a pivotal game in the season too, because you're coming off obviously the loss in Dublin. You're 2-2. You've played two, or at least 1.5, if you consider the second half of the Bears game, good games, and you played two not good games at all. Obviously, the Vikings made it really competitive last week, in part because the way that the Steelers tried to manage that end of the fourth quarter. But they haven't played well in two of these games. So 3-2 and 2-3 going into your bye is going to feel a lot different, especially because when the schedule came out, you were thinking, we got an opportunity to turn two road games into two neutral site games. We should be able to get these. You got to get a win over the Browns. It's as simple as that. So for Kevin O'Connell, I'm thinking, how do I utilize my best players? How do I, despite the protection issues, despite the injuries, how do I get the ball to Justin Jefferson? How do I get it to Jordan Addison more than a week ago? TJ Hawkinson, those are my guys. Like, how do I, Adam Thielen too, when he's in the game on third downs, how do I get the ball in those guys' hands and just try to make this as easy of a game as I possibly can under tough circumstances for Carson Wentz? Defensively, obviously we've been watching Andrew Van Ginkel through the course of this week and whether he's able to go. I mean, the impact that he's able to make is pretty significant, when he's out there and when he's healthy. So, all those are injury factors here, but probably the biggest factor in this game is just how does Dylan Gabriel handle the pressure? They're going to design a game plan, I'm sure, that involves just getting the football out of his hands as quickly as possible, not letting Brian Flores cloud the picture. But Flo is about as good as anybody in the league at throwing different stuff at people. And in this case, you got a guy who's played a lot of football, but it was a lot of college football. Let's see, what type of, does he flood the zones and drop everybody, or does he come at this kid? I'd imagine it's going to be a mix, and it'll be fun to see exactly what he draws up.
Appreciate it, Tom. Talk to you next week, man.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, there's Tom Pelissero, NFL Network. Thanks to our friends at Bell Bank.
That was great. He knows a lot.
He does know a lot.
Yeah.
He knows considerably more than the two of us combined.
Oh, yeah. Especially about football.
Sure. And probably other things.
Do you think he would have taken the Ravens in a Survivor League?
It sounds like no.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Headlines.
Headlines brought to you by my friends at Wolf River Electric and wolfriverelectric.com. Go solar. Get those solar panels put on in 2025. They're awesome. The panels are sweet. The people are nice. They'll walk you through it if you want to get a free quote. All that stuff. Go to wolfriverelectric.com. Thanks, Wolf River Electric. A 17-year-old boy in Florida fabricated his own abduction and even went so far to shoot himself in the leg.
What?
Hey, man, if you get abducted, you might get hurt. So he's saying, like, if I'm going to fake my abduction, I'm going to shoot myself in the leg and make it look like I really got roughed up.
Why go through that at all?
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be some kind of a sympathy vibe or a financial vibe. You got to do something, right? It's either for attention or for money.
Yeah, I love attention, but I ain't shoot myself in the leg.
Would you for money?
How much?
How about attention and money? Like if you got shot in the leg,
that's kind of my goal.
You have a good level of regional fame. You get shot in the leg, it's going to be on every major TV station in the Twin Cities, right? KFAN's meets shot in the leg. So you're going to get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
What if somebody says you're also going to get paid? Like $50K in a week of coverage.
How bad is the injury?
I mean, it's a gunshot wound to the leg.
Does it mess up my calves?
I thought you were going to say like your, reps or your exercise.
My what?
Right.
I mean,
those are calves of steel.
Yeah. I don't know.
A woman
do it.
A woman in Kentucky is accused of damaging a Little Caesars restaurant after she learned that the extra sauce wasn't free.
What?
I like that. Out of about 90% of headlines, I read the headline and Sauce goes, "What?" Just shocked and surprised after everyone. Paul, your hands up.
The Little Caesars lady, Woodhawk.
Well, yeah, she's hot and ready.
And pissed. Well played.
Yeah, but Chris would pay for the extra sauce because he doesn't care.
Is Little Caesars, is that still their bit, hot and ready? Because they're the pizza of the NFL. I thought whoever got a hold of Little Caesars and turned it around has done a really good job. Because Little Caesars, when it first came out, was outstanding. Then it kind of hit a rough patch. Now it's kind of back.
That was a hell of a ride we just went on.
Thank you. It's no 7th Avenue pizza.
But I feel like that was a documentary on Little Caesars.
Yeah. When it first came out, good. Then it hit a real weird
But now
area.
they're back.
I think so.
A Piggly Wiggly cashier in South Carolina gave a woman the wrong lottery ticket.
Oh, no.
But the gal, instead of saying, like, hey, this is the wrong one, she's like, whatever, I'll just keep this one. It doesn't matter. Not the end of the world. And she won $300,000.
Did she go back and give that lady some cash?
I think you'd have to give her
You
some
have
kind
to.
of a tip.
Yes,
him or her.
yes.
You'd have to.
Zach, do you like those gas stations?
Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah.
I've never been to one.
Aren't Piggly Wiggly's grocery stores, not gas stations? I'm pretty sure they're grocery stores.
In the show Corey and I are watching, they mention Wawa.
Wawa's great.
That's a gas station, right?
Yes. But it's like on steroids.
Yeah.
So you guys know that a lot of fast food joints now are starting to integrate AI into the drive-thru.
Yes.
In some shape or form.
They have for a while, though.
But it's not all, it's not like universal. They're all starting to kind of dip their toes into it. Like, how can we make this more efficient? How can we make this better by using AI? Can we get the fast food process through quicker? I think it's kind of interesting. Last year, before I tell you what this year's is, last year, what do you think the average time to go through a drive-thru was across all U.S. drive-thrus?
Oh, good question.
So you got to factor in the ones that have no lines because nobody likes going anymore, and you go right through. And then there's other ones where there's significant waits because they're popular as hell.
1 minute.
You think it's 1 minute on average?
Yeah.
That is to order, to drive up, to get your food, to pay. You think a minute?
Minute and a half.
Okay, you're going 1 minute and a half. Man, you must DoorDash a lot.
I've never used DoorDash.
Zachary.
I was going to say 3.5.
You're going to go 3.5.
But I went through one of those Chick-fil-A mobile throughs the other day. The line was like, legitimately 15 cars.
There's never been a more popular.
And I drove right through the mobile through line, right to the front, past all of them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Use the app.
So last year, the average drive-through time in the U.S., 5 minutes, 26 seconds.
I was way off.
Yep. I was like, 1 minute? Where are you going?
Oh,
5 minutes and 26 seconds. However, since some of these fast food joints have started to add AI to find ways to go faster, the average is now 9 seconds slower.
What?
So, what?
What?
Fourth straight headline you've just said.
Well, think how long it took Bonus the other day to get in here.
Fair. But just in general, isn't that interesting that so far they haven't figured out how to use it to maximize efficiency? They're just going to have to slow roll it like everybody else. Because a lot of us are trying to figure out, how do I make my life more efficient with AI?
I'll say this, and I'm not paid to say this, and you didn't tell me to say this. I went to your spot yesterday, the one in Eagan, after I dropped Kelly and Louie off at the airport.
My spot being Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. I went to the one in Eagan. I ordered. I didn't want the toast.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Why?
What?
Because
so what did you get? You didn't get coleslaw, did you?
No, I got extra sauce.
Oh, my
the
God.
sauce is
You're
the
doing
best
it
part.
wrong.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm just saying.
What a rookie.
Thank you, Zach.
But
they handed me the cup.
It's a bad deal, though, for you.
I turned around, filled up my drink, and by the time I turned back around, before I walked out, it was fresh, hot, and ready.
Yeah, they're the best.
Outstanding.
Of course
it was so good. I'm trying to convince myself not to go back there today. That's how good it is.
You shouldn't get the extra sauce because sauce is like 35 cents. But
yeah,
like
but I didn't even eat the coleslaw.
Well, of course, because it's rabbit puke.
Don't get the coleslaw.
Again,
Well, the
even
coleslaw's
Todd Graves.
outstanding.
No, it's not. Even Todd Graves, the founder and owner of Raising Cane's, is like hard pass.
Yeah,
on
but-
his own coleslaw. He's like, I don't understand coleslaw, but people seem to like it.
Yeah.
Even
But
he
it's
was like,
outstanding.
no slaw extra
So
toast.
good
He
for
gets
Tuesday.
it. Yep.
So good. What's Tuesday?
Cane's is coming in on Tuesday.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, then I won't go.
The guy on the Pringles can has a name. Guess?
Pete Pringle.
I mean, you're very close.
Pat Pringle. Pringle Chip.
Sminny
Chip Pringle.
Ooh, Chip Pringle is a very creative name, but that is incorrect.
Bend over.
Pringles? Bend over Pringles?
Yeah.
Candy.
Anita Bath.
His name is Julius Pringles.
Come on. How highfalutin is he? Favorite kind of Pringles go.
Sour cream and onion.
Which
not
is
even
so
close.
weird because you guys would vomit if sour cream was on your plate.
Same
And
thing,
onion.
100%. Same
And
thing.
onion.
I've never had barbecue sauce in my life. I love barbecue chips. I've never had the sauce, never will. Sour cream and onion would make me throw up. They're my favorite chips. Sour cream and onion Pringles. Although Stacks were better.
Yeah, Stacks.
What happened
were
to Stacks?
great.
They're gone. They're not even in Target anymore.
Yeah. You guys.
Stacks were better than Pringles. I still like Pringles, but I was on Team Stacks, and now they disappeared.
Yeah, you guys are weird.
I wonder if Julius Pringles slipped a little money to Target and said, "Can we get the Stacks off this shelf, please?"
Do you think somebody today who's going to work at like Kemp's right across the street, great spot? Do you think they work with as many weird eaters as I work with?
You're surrounded by
Hawk
freaks.
won't eat in front of people. There's a multitude of things you won't eat. Same with Zach. Same with Brett. Same with Tenna.
Yeah, we got weird eaters here, for sure.
Which is fine, but maybe I should cut back on a few things.
Coleslaw. What's wrong with
I
you?
love coleslaw. Always have. It's delicious. I got to find somewhere to go because nobody's at my house.
Who goes to Cane's and says, "I don't want more toast"?
I also
It's
didn't
10
eat,
out of 10.
I also didn't eat the sixth finger.
Is Nordo coming over on Saturday? Did you ever
He
get an
hasn't
update on
responded.
that?
He's never said anything.
Maybe bring that sixth finger and see what happens.
Hey, yo.
All right, initials tomorrow, $100,000, $500 up for grabs at the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot. That's at 8:15. Alicia Lewis from Care 11's going to play. She's the best. Be good to see her. Just Hawk will check in from England. 9 to noon is next.
To listen back to today's Power Trip Morning Show or to hear previous shows, podcast us on the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.